Welcome to the Band Shop Podcast. We are doing a Christmas New Year's episode where we're just going to kind of shoot the shit about our thoughts on the year in music, both locally and kind of outside of, you know, the local scene as well. But we got some special guests in here with us to kind of talk about it.
What's up?
Yeah,
Hey.
what's up, guys? And Benny's in here too.
What's up?
Somewhere back there.
I love him.
Thank
Behind
God
the
we put him in
screen.
the corner.
Finney will be in and out probably at some point to talk to. He's got some daddy responsibilities he's got to take care of. So
Dad,
doodles.
baby duties, yes.
dad bod.
Literally baby duties.
Benny is the epitome of the word dad bod.
I don't know. He's pretty skinny.
I'll say that's a long dad bod.
I think skinny Finny would be better.
Yes.
The thing
You know
is
what? That is so
what's
much
funny
better.
is he's chubby now compared to what he used to be.
God damn.
I got some pictures I could show you
Oh,
of
dude,
like when
I have seen them.
like when we were
Ben has showed
Yeah.
me these pictures. That boy looks like he was a member of like brand new in 01. You know what I'm saying? Just I don't eat. Like that's literally what two skin. Two skin.
He's gonna watch this later and be like, "God
I
damn it!"
hate these people so much. Why do I invite them here?
He looked
Because
like
Finney loves
Burt
everybody.
McCracken when he was on the Yahoo music one. Remember?
Yahoo!
Yahoo.
yeah.
Remember how old that shit is?
Yeah.
Anybody remember that? I know you do.
Oh,
Do you remember when you were not from Boston and didn't sound like that?
You remember when we would play? Do you remember Yahoo games? Like you could play pool on
Yeah.
Yahoo.
Oh,
I remember that.
Yeah,
Who had aim?
I had
definitely
aim.
Yeah.
Long time
Oh,
ago.
Yes.
I have. If
Where?
anybody that
Zanga?
follows me on social media knows that I have been a part of the movement where
Didn't we?
You don't believe
I
in
want
it?
AIM to come
yeah,
back.
Yeah.
You know what?
Like I
would
want
be-
texting to go away and we just all have AIM again.
I would
Oh,
be
yeah.
down
Yeah.
for that. Like, just I miss like being at home and like firing on your desktop,
Yeah.
and it would just be like, ga 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 ga, like never ending. Your computer would freeze
Yep.
until all of the notifications went through for fucking AIM.
People. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
There needs to be a track come out where like they use the sample of like the door slam.
Yes.
Like,
You know what though? I'll never forget how amazing it felt to get a chick's AIM. Remember that?
oh, I
Yes.
think I might remember that.
Oh, I definitely fucking remember that shit.
Shut up.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Never happened.
First off, this is just general conversation, man.
So we could talk a little bit about kind of the local scene, what we've been going through this year. Bennett's really is the one that's probably going to have the most to talk about in all this because
What do you want to hear?
you've been just killing it this year with bringing bands in and out, shows all over the fucking place. And
Thank you.
For like 4 years.
yeah.
Well, I guess this year. Is
But
the
this
one
year
we're
in
talking
particular,
about.
there's been some killer shit going on out there at your compound.
Thank you. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. I mean, get to see these assholes all the time. It's
was-
always tearing shit.
I don't know
up.
how you put up with them that much. I mean,
It was the greatest idea we ever had.
It is the
It was
greatest idea. It's
greatest
the greatest
idea.
$150 I've ever spent.
Same, brother. Same. So I don't know if you know the story, but when we started having the idea of doing shows,
Uh-huh.
I had a family member's husband, her new husband, hit me up about this sound equipment. And he wanted to sell it to me for $300. Me and Bennett had been constantly talking about throwing shows out at his house, and I called him. He was the first person I called. And he was like, yeah, let's do it. I'll throw $150 on it. And I threw $150 on it. I've actually paid the whole $300 there, and then Bennett paid me his $150 later. We have been running shows. Well, mainly this guy, because I get busy. I got to give all the credit to Bennett at this point. It's the same thing that we got in the beginning. There hasn't been a change, even though we would love change. It's been there. That $150 that both of us spent has fucking been there.
For the
Which is amazing because when you start thinking about like all the bands that have been
Oh, yeah.
through there,
Yes.
like it's
sure.
crazy.
Like,
sure.
I
Like-
set my friends on fire played on that PA.
yeah.
First
no
off, we took there. That's awesome, but we took that PA to Trey's house, and I am played on that PA.
Play on that PA.
Oh my gosh.
I am used that PA, and I got to kick everyone's ass. Everyone.
Dude, Kenny kicked me square in the chest.
I saw Kenny get kicked by Braxton, though.
Ooh.
And yes, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This man became airborne and slid the full length of the stage, like into a wall. I'm like, who does that? Then I front face choked Joel. And
Wasn't clear across the floor?
yeah, oh yeah, no, he kicked him from like the beginning of stage right, and he ended at stage left.
God. Both feet up in the air. It looked like a cartoon.
Yeah, no, dead ass. That was the hardest I've ever seen someone get kicked in front of my face. Like, both me and Bennett were just like, oh my god. Like, oh yeah.
That's
oh,
definitely
yeah.
the band to kick somebody's ass
Oh,
too.
Oh,
for
100%. Every time I hear I Am, which, by the way, that's something I can bring up about this year. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That fucking album.
hard to kill.
Hard to Kill literally is... It almost
It's
is...
an onslaught.
It's uncomparable
Yeah,
to anything that came out
there's
this
so
year.
many different aspects.
Yes,
to that.
absolutely. And Chris is my friend, and I can say this. That dude fucking blows my mind.
Yeah,
The way that he writes guitar riffs and shit. I'm like, oh my god, how did you think of that to go with that and like then do that after? It's almost
Yeah.
like it's so simple, but it's so technical at the same time.
right.
That's my top, actually, for this year. 100%. I'll say that now.
So are we doing that? Are we doing top album?
Well, we don't have to necessarily like make an official list, but we could talk about some of our favorites, like
Okay,
which ones
alright.
are in the top. I was thinking about doing that. Like, I thought originally about like having everybody come up with like their top 5 at least, but then I'm like, yeah, fuck that. It's too much work. Plus, for me, it's kind of hard to say which one's gonna take my top because they kind of shuffle around always. Like,
I have a top 1, but I don't know about top 5.
I could give a top 3 with ease.
Nothing left to love. Counterparts. That record, man. My top album for this year for sure.
It's either that or Different Shade of Blue.
It's another good one.
Sermos.
Sermos is
Sermos is-
fucking awesome.
The Wolf and the Lamb.
Sermos is
Oh
fucking
my
awesome.
Goodness.
Rip.
Rip. Rip indeed.
What about End? I mean,
Yeah.
even though it wasn't a lot of songs released.
Was that?
That wasn't this year.
That was last year.
Was it last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well I found out about it this year, so for me it counts for this year.
Okay.
What about Nails? What do you guys think of that Max Cavalera track?
Ain't heard nothing.
Fucking epic.
I've not
Okay,
heard
thank
it.
you, Ben. Thank you.
Dude, that shit's fucking fire.
End is coming out with new shit in like
It
February.
is.
So
Thank Christ.
Be
I've
ready
been
for
waiting
that.
for that shit.
What about Varials?
That Varials album
Well, I mean-
kicks a bunch of dick, too.
Yes, sir.
As long as you like Deftones.
Ow.
Hey.
It's not all Deftones.
Like the majority of it, like more than half.
You just say that because they play extended ranged instruments.
No, it's not even that. It's just like you can just listen to it and tell. It's like 2003 Deftones, but just heavier, obviously.
I miss like the first Varials EP. That's my favorite Varials shit, but all their shit is good for sure.
Oh yeah, no, I love.
I saw
the
them
album,
live
but-
with Counterparts in November.
God, they're
What was the album with 308? That's my
Was it
favorite
Pain
album.
Again? Or was it the one before?
No, not the one with Pain Again. The one before. It had like fucking
What is the
308. It had Stigmata was on it.
I miss like Bite. That's like my favorite
I
Varials
think
track.
I'm pretty sure it's on that album.
Yeah, that's the first EP that they
yeah,
did.
that's
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, for sure.
that's literally my only explanation for that.
They've been killing it though. I mean, everything they've put out is really solid.
Oh yeah. Locally though, if I had to pick a top 3 that I've seen this year, We Love You's always in there, man.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
we
then
love you.
We love
everybody
you.
loves.
Bazooka Tooth,
oh yeah.
probably one of the most amazing bands I've ever seen or experienced live.
Only band that I've seen match a lot with like energy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, speaking of,
Right.
locally number
Yeah,
one
they've
on the circuit
Fucking
right now.
killed it this year.
Lot.
Oh,
If Lot literally
If Lot's
is
not in your
on,
top 5,
they
you're
are on
fucking-
this peak of the mountain right
fucking
now.
Oh, yeah.
doing something wrong.
Oh, I was. We were like just dying to get them in here from the minute we even started talking about doing this. So like,
I
they
mean-
were on the top of the list of bands to get in here.
They make me feel
And-
like my band sucks.
Because
Right?
we do.
Right? That's the same thing with us. Like we were telling them when they were on here, it's just like, man, we fucking hate following you guys.
Oh yeah.
Like if you guys go before us in a set, we hate it because we're
Well,
like,
I don't mind
how
follow.
the fuck are we supposed to like compete with that? Like, there's no way. Like,
Well, I mean, it's.
I mean, a friendly competition. It's
Right,
not like
right. It is friendly
like it's
competition.
very friendly competition.
I like to scream at Joey when he plays sets, though.
Oh, yeah.
If you have heard some of the shit that I have screamed at Joey while he has played shows, I mean, literally, like, just fuck you, you fucking suck. And I don't mean any of it, but for some reason, I want to do it because yelling at. I call him Joe, and he fucking hates it.
I
He
can see
hates
that.
it. He hates it. And I'm literally like, Joe! What's up, Joe? He hates that shit. I'll never forget when he freaked out at Pride Fest.
Which time?
They're covering Knocked Loose.
Oh my god.
Oh
dude.
shit.
We
dude.
just talked about this at the Muncie show, and he was talking about how he called Adam while he was still at the house. It was like, why are they covering a Knocked Loose song?
No, the best part about that is he was on the phone with Adam, right? Braxton calls Isaac. He calls fucking Isaac.
Did he really?
Yes!
Oh my god.
Braxton is on the phone with a member of the band. And they're both freaking out about the same thing. Who the fuck? I don't know why they're doing it. Oh, it's so bad. Like, and I'm just, me and Bennett are rolling on the
Damn.
While
ground.
they're tearing down while all this is happening.
Yeah, and it's not like me and Bennett were the open talk shit. It was literally the whole festival.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It was
Yeah, that was one of the rougher-
very, very poorly executed idea.
That's that moment when you're
their
standing
part.
there with their band and you're just like, I don't know why I did it. I'm sorry. Like,
I take it back. I take a muck out in that one.
I'm not gonna do this no more.
I promise never again.
I don't think they did.
No, that was the
not.
day that they finished. If you remember correctly,
Terrible.
They shot that horse.
they shot the horse right there. They were like, "Hey, everybody, watch this."
Hold my beer.
Which I just have to give credit though. Some of the members of that band
Some of the greatest musicians I've seen.
now
Yeah.
are some of the greatest musicians I've ever seen.
Just together and
Julian is so much better at guitar than me. So
Oh, yeah.
much. It pisses
He's so
me
much
off.
better at guitar than like probably most people.
Yeah,
At
absolutely.
least around that we know.
I watch that dude's videos and I'm just like, okay, cool. I'm gonna go die now. Fuck. God,
Seth's rap project, super dope.
yes.
For sure.
Seth.
6'2".
6'2".
First off, that dude is scary. Like in a good way. Like every time I see him, I'm like, why are you so shiny? Like, have you ever noticed that? Like he'll
Yeah.
show up, it's shining. Like bounce like shit off of him. Like,
Hey,
but he's so muscular. It's just like, pew.
yeah, but he's not like super hard. Though,
No,
you know?
but he showed up at a
He's
show
cool.
that one of my old bands was playing. We at the Corner Lounge, and he had pictures in his hand like it was a cup, like it was a cup, and it looked like a cup because of how big this motherfucker is. Like it was literally like holding two of them, like he was just double fisting two mugs, and he drank all of it, like right in front of me.
Oh, I'm sure.
I watched it. Absolutely.
That man always shows up with like a 30 rack every
Yes.
time I see him.
And
at a
he's
show.
like god tier level. Like just being around him, I'm like, why are you like so fucking awesome?
Yeah. For
Why
sure.
am I not that awesome? I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, for sure. 6'2". I think he just.
You guys have a song come out?
I think the rest of his album just came out, or he's about to have it come out. He like, because I know when you put songs on like DistroKid, it takes like 5 days or business days, or in our case, Minutes Are Mountains put out the Ripped Away that we did with Jin, and it still isn't on Spotify. We put it on December 1st, so normally it's 5 days, or it could be like 3 weeks, but
I'd say that's odd. Normally, like with any of our stuff,
Yeah.
it never takes that
I don't
long.
understand. We emailed them and they said they're just trying to get, because like since we do cover shit through DistroKid, we have to do like get a cover license.
Well, that could be it. They might be
Yeah.
waiting for approval.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
all the other ones, like it said it would be 5 days and it was like 3 days. and it was up. So
Basically, what it is they've got to send out for approval from the copyright holder
right.
for approval for you to be able to put it. And then they also got to work out the percentages of what they take in the royalties and all that stuff. For
I
the,
believe it's unless the song
we get
is
100% of the royalties because we pay for like it's like $12 per song for a license.
yeah, but when you're talking about a cover, they no matter what will still take a percentage because you didn't
you mean
write
the record?
song.
I thought you meant DistroKid.
How old does the song have to be though for the laws to not apply?
Oh god,
like-
it's like I think it's 75 years or something like
I
that.
thought it was 25.
Yeah, I think it's like 25 or 30.
I don't know.
Well, it depends on what you're talking about. Like if you're talking about going where it becomes like public domain, where nobody can claim a copyright on it, I think it's like 75 or 80 years. But if you're talking about like just when like they run out and can be repurchased, I think it is like 25 years.
Yeah.
But
I ran into that when I used to be super into comics, and there, like Marvel ran into that with like a super old X-Men comic or something. Somebody tried to come out with an X-Men comic and they thought it was, I don't know exactly what it was, I can't remember, but that's why I know it's like 25 because it was like early 2000s and it was like the 70s was when they could go back and make something again.
well, a similar thing happened way back in the 80s when it came to how Batman 89 came about.
Oh,
because that was originally owned by like Warner Brothers and everything, and then they just kind of didn't do anything with it and forgot about it and didn't notice that it had gone up for sale because the rights had lapsed.
Yeah.
And the man who ended up producing that movie bought the rights to the film and then went to Warner Brothers and said, so how are we going to make this movie or whatever? He's like, I'm going to make this movie, I'd like to do it with you, whatever. And they're like, what are you talking about? We own. He's like, no, you don't. I own the movie. And they're like,
That's crazy.
And then they like had to look through the records because this is like before the days of computers, so they'd like look through all the records. Come to find out, he was right. He did own the movie.
Damn.
Because they weren't paying attention and they lost the rights to it.
Right.
I bet you $20 they were like, oh my god, that's not nice as shit.
Well, I mean,
damn
basically all it came down to was
Get rid of that shit. Burn it.
like
Who wasn't
basically all it
paying
meant
attention?
was that he was able to make money out of selling it back to them in a way, and then
Right.
made money off of the film itself when it was
Right.
made, and had
Capitalism at its best.
production rights.
Who's your favorite, what's everybody's favorite live performance from this year? Top. It can't be a bundle.
Like local?
No, local.
So we're gonna do a local one.
Local, we'll go pro and local.
Okay.
Pro.
Let's see. This year,
That's a hard one, man. How are you gonna be doing that to people? That's shitty.
I'm trying to think.
How are you not saying Knocked Loose right now? Ben.
What, me? Oh, no.
I saw video footage of that shit.
I'm-
If I would have been there, that would have been my top live performance I would have seen. Because I
Hey,
saw a video of
You
that.
guys should have definitely come to
I'm
the
trying to
Hoosier
think
Dome
honestly.
show.
Did I
That was
go
sick.
to that many
Which one
shows
was
this
that?
year that I wasn't
the
playing
fucking
it?
the small room run that they did for the
I wasn't
release
there
of-
for that. What year was it when we went to the I Am show at the Hoosier Dome?
I didn't. Oh,
That was like 2 years ago.
yeah, that was a long time ago.
God damn it.
What year was it?
that was
what
still
year
when
was
Matter
that?
Fest was the
It-
thing.
What about
2017 or 18?
That was
Burials was last year too.
Damn it. I gotta think.
I know. So I'm trying to think
I
of
don't-
like shows that I've
I don't
gone to that I wasn't in.
I don't think
Like-
you've been to any like big shows this year, Chris.
I'm trying to think if I even have.
I don't think you have because the only shows you've been to are ours.
Yeah?
Yeah, I feel the same way. I think most of the shows I've gone to this year were ones that we were playing in.
Yeah? Damn it.
Man.
It's kind of hard, when you've got a family and stuff. Like, when you got kids and things, it's kind of hard to, like,
Yeah.
schedule to go and do those kinds of
Yeah.
things.
Especially this year.
Oh, yeah. So,
Well, I'll just say locally, the Mouth for War set at your house.
That's a good call.
That was a good one, but I don't know. It just depends on what spectrum you're going from because I've been to a lot of local shows, but I've also played a lot of local shows, so it's like I don't.
No, that's why I said
Really?
locally, since I can't pick a high, like, quality, professionally promoted, like, funded band. I haven't seen any bands like that this year. So locally, I can only pick. I'd probably have to say top that Mouth for War set at your house.
Mouth for War. That whole show was
Fire.
Yeah,
so
definitely,
good.
definitely.
And yeah, I literally had nothing to do with that at all, really, except for because Mouth for War just like, hey, get this band, and then the lineup was done.
Yeah.
That makes it easy for you.
Oh yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, let's do this.
Favorite show I played though, so far, Ohio. 100%
Dude.
Ohio.
Yeah, Cincinnati's scene's fucking wild.
Both Ohio shows that we played. The one in Q's basement,
Yeah.
dope as fuck.
Yeah.
One that we
That was the one we did with you guys.
Yes. Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
you weren't there.
I mean,
Also, great thing I can add on for that. Favorite show story?
Oh
God.
Fuck.
Yes.
Which one?
Let me start. On the way to Q's basement show.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, Ben. So we're in the van, and like I get anxious on car rides, and I start to yell at people out of the window.
Is that really anxiety though?
I think that's just fun.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's fun or if the fact that this man was dressed like he was in the Hitman movies.
Yeah, he was bald.
He was
He was
exactly
bald.
Ben. He
That
was
was it.
bald. He was like cue ball bald.
Yeah.
He was like so bald that his nickname for that moment, the only thing that I could say to get his attention was bald.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, it was Baldy.
I was gonna say.
No, it was a collection of hey bald.
Bald.
Because he was
Bald.
like, hey bald, hey Baldy. He's
Yeah,
like,
it was like, hey baldy, hey bald, and he was so fucking pissed. Him and his fucking little briefcase with his stupid ass Men in Black suit on. Dude, somebody needed to punch his ass in the face because he was walking like he had some up his ass.
he probably did.
Fuck that dude. But it was hilarious. That's probably my favorite story. Either that, because directly after that, after yelling at him, we turned a corner, saw this middle-aged lady. I told her she was cute out the window, but she couldn't see me. So she started looking around like, what the fuck just happened? Where did God?
One of my favorite memories of that trip. One of my favorite memories of that trip was the fact that our bands were sending like dueling Instagram clips and shit
Absolutely.
on our stories.
Yes. I remember that.
So it's like you guys had one where you were driving in the van, you fucking got breakdowns going, you're slamming in the van, talking about how you're gonna get wild, it's all gonna go crazy, and then we post ones the complete opposite. We've got fucking like classical music playing, and we're all prim and proper and talking with English
I
accents.
also remember the moment where I specifically remember a moment with Michael Jackson on the way there.
Oh,
If I recall
yes.
correctly, it was Michael Jackson. We were slamming hard
Fuck
to
yeah,
Michael
we were.
Jackson.
By my choice, I'm pretty sure.
Exactly.
Nice,
Hey, nothing wrong with that, man.
nice.
Gotta have some MJ in your life. What would MJ do, man?
So how about that Escaping Neverland documentary? You guys see that shit?
Oh, shit. He went
Yeah.
That shit's rough.
It's hard to get through.
Yeah,
You know, there's reasons why people can own giraffes sometimes. They're not always good reasons.
I don't think
They're
that
not
is a
always
reason.
good reasons.
Not at all.
Hey, look, kids, see that giraffe? Boop. Oops. I fell in there.
Damn.
Oh.
So, music, right?
Back to that.
and I think wait, well, that was this year, wasn't it? Wasn't that documentary
did
this year?
that.
Hey, I had to.
You totally did that.
Well, and the R. Kelly one was this year too, wasn't it?
oh,
Yeah.
Good lord.
Yeah,
dude,
That's great.
Jesus.
you know what it
R.
sucks?
Kelly.
You know what sucks? You know how many times
That
I've laid
dude
it
needs
down
to just
R.
stay
Kelly?
away from any
And that just
cameras.
ruined it.
Any,
Love R. Kelly so
That's
much. And now it's just
exactly.
like-
You know how many times I've laid it down hard to fucking R. Kelly, hard as fuck. Like so many times in life, teenage life, adult life, and then that shit came out, and I'm like, thanks, bro. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you
would.
can't even watch like Trapped in the Closet.
I can't even listen to Aaliyah now. You
Oh,
fucked
Yeah.
Aaliyah up
yeah,
oh God! Why'd you have to bring that up?
because we're talking about the documentary. That's fact.
yeah.
Yeah,
You fucked up Aaliyah.
I know this.
Yeah.
That's like the only woman that I will compare hotter than Riri
Oh. Yeah.
Maybe Ashanti too.
Don't take it.
That's like in the.
Don't
It's like a
take it there
triple
now.
threat.
Just light skin.
Bennett, just light skin.
Yeah. So
I'm trying to think of some of the other shit that happened this year, like that was like crazy stuff. Like,
Fried Fest?
well, I mean, I'm not. Of course, Fried Fest was, but I was trying to think of like in
Newsworthy.
the bigger scope of things. Like,
Right.
wait, this year was the year of that fucking Maroon 5 halftime show that everybody thought was super horrible and ripped on for.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Oh yeah, when he came out with all the tattoos and
Yeah,
shit, and
it
the
was-
pink Charvel.
All the memes of him like he's looking like a Chipotle bag.
No, the best meme that I saw was somebody put bleeding through lyrics and
Yes.
superimposed fucking aviators on him. That's great. And it was the greatest shit I had ever seen. Because if you've ever seen Bleeding Through Live, they both have that SoCal tattoo. And I'm like, oh my god. And it was like, I want to see all you motherfuckers in the back. And I'm like, oh, who the fuck made this?
I forgot all about that.
Yeah, dude.
God.
That's great.
We should have like made a list of like everything crazy that happened this year.
Well, yeah. Well, what's your favorite meme so far this year? Can you even think?
Shit.
Can you even think?
This is where we're at right now. We're gonna
Yeah, this
do
is horrible.
memes.
It's not horrible. Mine is totally the SpongeBob. All right, I'm out.
Oh well.
I'm
That's
out.
my favorite meme this year.
The other crazy shit that
Lame.
was going on was the 6ix9ine shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
We
just-
were just talking about that.
And all the memes you were talking about memes, like all the memes that just
I
come
was
out of
saying,
that.
talking about Snitchy McSnitcherson. Is that what you're talking
Oh,
about?
snitch!
Oh, old rat boy.
Jesus.
I still
man.
think some of the greatest memes of this year have come out of that though.
Oh my god.
Just the greatest content in general. Like,
Yes.
oh my god, bro. And he just got sentenced. He got 2 years.
That's what happens when you sing.
He's a pretty good singer, apparently.
I guess.
The
He's
fat
pretty good.
lady.
Fat lady.
Oh,
Holy shit! Look who
Look
graced us with
here.
his presents.
oh shit!
Should have brought me something to eat. I'm over here
shit.
dying, boy.
I just came to
Oh,
say Merry Christmas.
No, you didn't.
oh, he's here.
Jingle my balls,
You better not be
jingle
sitting
my
here
balls,
partially.
jingle them on your chin.
Better.
He would like that too much.
I mean, sounds like a good time to me.
We've been just like discussing random stuff throughout the year as far as like music news headline things. We were talking about the really horrible Maroon 5 thing at the halftime show at the beginning of the year.
Oh God, yeah. Forgot about that.
See, I had like 2 other
Wasn't
things and then I
very
forgot.
And then all
Right.
the
I'm like, I
6ix9ine
forgot I
stuff
put that
with
in the
him.
bag.
Yeah,
You know.
I did too.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Rest in peace, Juice WRLD.
That R. Kelly thing.
Yeah,
we talked
for
about
sure.
that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Michael Jackson documentary that came up too.
Woo.
Yeah.
Talk about turning faces into toilet seats. I wanna piss on you.
Try to look.
Ziggy, get out.
It was a Doge.
It sensed
Puppy's
Bennett.
trying
That's
to
what it
join.
was. No,
Yeah,
it was
dude,
like,
yeah.
oh my god, he's here.
I ain't seen that dog yet.
I know. It was like, there's
Oh, well, the recent big announcement was that Alanis Morissette like
Is gonna
Jagged Little
come
Pill.
here?
Yeah, it's coming here. And did you see who's with her?
no.
You have
Who's coming in here?
Alanis Morissette.
Alanis Morissette, hopefully.
Is it Liz Fair?
I can't.
It's Liz Phair and Garbage.
Oh shit.
Wow.
I was like-
just
I just
like
want to
that
make.
tour.
I just want to make a point. I don't care how mad this makes somebody. That is going to be the most manless concert
I don't know, honestly.
you have.
I don't
ever
know, dude.
seen.
There's a lot of guys that are like,
Oh, absolutely no. I'm not saying that.
There's nothing wrong
but I
with
think
that
yes,
at
your
all.
ratio,
Oh, yeah,
your
there's not
ratio is
anything.
probably
My
going to be.
ratio is going to be insanely accurate.
Oh, I can. Oh no. I mean,
I would
do.
bet money that
Want nothing to do with it.
75% of the tickets are sold to
Although, like,
the female audience.
I was
Because
talking to a guy.
seriously,
I was talking to a guy the other night. We were talking about it, and the thing is he's like anybody who was, I'd say, over the age of 10 in 1995 when Jagged Little Pill came out,
Oh,
had Jagged Little Pill. Everybody had that
Dude.
album.
I didn't
like-
own it, but I was like an MTV VH1 kid.
Mm-hmm.
My most moment that I had for her was the thank you video that she
Oh
did
yeah, where
naked.
she was naked in the whole video.
Yeah, she was naked.
Yep.
You would like that, Chris.
A fucking lot. Fucking the dark hair, green eyes. What?
Mine was always
Naked.
no doubt.
Really?
Yeah, that's what we were talking about too. Is
Oh,
like
dude,
that
yeah.
was the '95 was the same year that Tragic Kingdom came out.
Dude, that was such
So-
a banger of an album.
I would
dude.
rather fuck Gavin than Gwen.
What?
Well,
You're out of your goddamn mind.
Yeah, that's
there's
what I'm
Gwen
saying.
now, and there's Gwen back in the day.
I mean, okay, like the Harley Quinn Gwen, I'll go with that.
You
Right,
just cut
yeah.
out the Gwen that had the random Asian girls with her all the time, and you're straight.
Yeah, I could deal. Or without Eve,
I mean, I remember
started getting bad.
I remember watching a concert of her, and she like had that mesh top on, and
I bet you do remember that.
Who wouldn't?
My
was
beat
like
material
13.
was mostly Howard Stern though. And if you didn't, you're not a real boy.
Jesus.
No comment.
Here we go
Nope.
again, man. Here we go again.
Always got to come to beating off with you, Chris.
So, what did everybody think about that MCR shit?
Oh, as
Dude,
far
if
as
the
them-
tour happens,
the
I'm
thing
totally
is-
going.
The thing
Oh,
is,
of
like,
course.
they were called out about it way before they made the official announcement. The only thing I'm a little pissed off with is the fact that they straight up were like, no, it's not happening. No, it's not happening. And it was all because of one of the little Jonas Brother fucks who couldn't keep his mouth shut because they were like rehearsing, like supposedly in the same rehearsal studio. And he blabbed about it, to the press, was like, oh, supposedly,
Besides-
my chem is, rehearsing down the hall. And so then it got everywhere, and they're all just like straight up looking at cameras, like, no, we're not getting back together. No, we're not doing this. No, it's not happening.
Bullshit.
And like the whole time, I'm like, stop fucking lying. Like,
Besides-
why you always
I mean,
lying?
One of the Jonas
Besides
brothers
them,
didn't have something in their mouth.
If like besides MCR, there's only two bands that I would want to see. Well, bye, Finney.
Bye, everybody.
It's good to see
There's
you,
only
Sarah.
two bands that I would like to see come back. I would love to see Panic tour again.
Oh, dude.
Oh, you mean besides just Brandon?
No, yeah, I would love to see.
You want, like, the
Full
original
Flesh.
lineup back?
Yes, I would love to see Panic come back. I would also love to see Taking Back Sunday,
Oh, but
like the old school Taking Back Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yes.
saw them in 2006.
Yes,
That was the
she
last time
said done. That shit. I
Yeah.
want to see that shit.
I wish I saw him in 2006.
I saw. Well, it was. Do you remember when? Well, I think it was only like 2 or 3
Kids
years
in the
that
Way.
Linkin Park
Remember
had their own tour, the Project Revolution tour that they would
Yeah.
do.
Yep.
Well, in 2006, or was it 2007? Either 2006 or 2007, one of those 2 years. I went to the one that was down at Verizon or whatever the hell you want to call it now.
Yeah.
And it was.
Wasn't Mindless Self-Indulgence on that?
Yes, they were, and I was pissed off because we forgot our fucking tickets. And if Finny was out here, he could actually tell you the story about that because we left, drove all the way down there. We pull in to the parking lot. We park, and we realize nobody grabbed the tickets. They're still
Rookie
sitting on the
mistake,
table
sir. Rookie
here
mistake.
Yeah, no
in
shit.
Lafayette.
Damn.
So
That's Lowe's
we
party
called
foul.
Finney because he didn't go because I think he had to work that day. So I called him. I'm like, dude, can you meet us halfway? Can you meet us like Lebanon or something? Like, because we don't want to miss the whole thing. And if we drive all the way back to try to get him,
Oh, yeah.
so he met us halfway. We got back. By the time we got back was when all the main stage stuff started. But like Mindless Self-Indulgence and all those were on the side stages that were going beforehand. So in fact, when we pulled back in, we could hear Mindless Self-Indulgence playing as we were coming in the gate, and their set shut down as we were coming in.
Yeah.
But like on main stage, it was Placebo, him, Taking Back Sunday, My Chemical Romance, and Linkin Park.
Him as a band I always wanted to see live.
Him
I would totally see him
sucked
live.
dick live.
That
I
makes
could see
sense.
that.
And the
actually.
thing is, not musically. Musically, it was great. It sounds exactly the same as the albums. But that's the problem, is it's fucking boring.
Yeah.
Extremely fucking boring.
Well-
All Villa Vilo did the entire time was stand in front of a mic stand and chain smoke cigarettes and didn't move.
Well,
didn't
he's
do
a frail
anything.
boy, man. He moves
No,
around
but there
too much,
was
he'll
like
snap
literally
off and
all I
shit.
did was I laid back in the lawn and closed my eyes and I was like, I could just be listening to the fucking album right now. Like there's no, I mean, which is saying one thing about their talent and being able to play it live.
Right.
But you go to a show not to just listen to it. You're wanting to see a show,
Yeah.
and like they were boring as fuck. They were
I can
super
totally
boring.
see
Yeah, I can totally see
Like-
that too. Yeah.
Sounded
Especially-
great, but was super boring. I mean, especially because right after them was when Taking Back Sunday came on, so it was like night and day. Like they were just
There's such a
crazy running around on stage, just doing
He
you
does
know.
those crazy like slings.
Oh,
the
it was-
mic
it was
and brings
great.
back.
Yes.
And,
That shit was dope every time.
Yeah. I
But yeah,
only
and
saw
then
him
My
once.
Chem, that was when they were still on Black Parade
Oh,
cycle. So they were finishing up like their Black Parade cycle at that point. But it was not when they were just doing the Black Parade as its own thing, because they kind of did a mix of both on those tours. They would some sets they would play, they would do like the whole album in its entirety, and then have all the costuming and all the stage setup and all that. And then the other one was more like a typical show where they played a mix of stuff, which was what they did when they did that.
Only time I saw My Chem was on Warped Tour in 05. And
Oh, I
I
bet
can
that was
imagine.
like right when they were skyrocketing.
I just remember Gerard standing on the like on top of one of the stacks and just being like, "We're from New Jersey and we shoot motherfuckers like you."
Yep.
Oh
Yep.
shit! All right. Well, this is how we're gonna start this. Huh?
Yep.
All right. Fuck New Jersey.
Was that before he got clean, when he was still fucking
Oh,
all
yeah.
fucked up?
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that was
It
2005.
Was
He
about 5
was all
o'clock. He
fucked up.
was about probably a gram and a half.
At
Oh,
least.
yes, sir.
At least.
Cocaine.
Yeah, he
Hell of a drug.
fuck. What was that? Was the it was the what was it, Live on the Murder Scene DVD, where they had like the whole little documentary thing of like him basically practically killing himself, like
Pretty much, yeah.
with all that crazy
doing
stuff.
blow.
Like,
That man did
But
a
then-
lot of blow.
then he cleaned himself up and got married to the bassist from Mindless Self-Indulgence and had kids and
Wrote a show for Netflix.
Yeah, and then it got
Wrote a
canceled.
show for Netflix.
yeah. Well,
Well,
first
wrote
it was
a whole
first it
series.
was the comic
Yeah.
series,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
as well as writing for some other bigger titles too. They did,
I was gonna say he's done.
but
His artwork's always been super dope.
Yes.
I was incredibly excited when the rumors started coming out about them reuniting, because I was one of those that thought it was kind of dumb that they completely called it quits in the first place. It was like, take a break, like I get it, do some other things, step away. Although when you listen to some of the more recent interviews, Gerard was talking about how like he always felt like they should have just did what basically they did, which was try to go out on top. Like, unfortunately, I feel like they kind of
Yeah, they overshot that gap a little bit.
because was it Danger Days?
Ugh.
There's some stuff on Danger Days I like, but as an album as a whole, it's not that good.
Right.
In fact, all the stuff that they started releasing later, that was like all of the demos and things that they had been working on over the years, I was like, why didn't you make this album? Like,
right, exactly.
like this album, like, because if you take all, because I think they released them in like 6 4-song EPs or something like that over a couple of years.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, if you compile them all together into one album, you're like, they should have fucking just made this album. Like, this would have been incredible. Like, but so
like there's a
actually,
lot-
I think, I mean, as of this recording, like, we are recording this December 18th. Their show is December 20th. It's their first show. So we got a couple of days, although by the time this airs,
It'll
this
probably
will
already.
this
have
will
happened.
actually air right at this is going to air right after Christmas. So right, like the day after Christmas, right before New Year's.
So if you went, let us know how it went.
I'm sure we probably already by this point already watched like cam footage and shit.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
I know I'm gonna
That's gonna be a
fanboy.
crazy-
that shit,
Oh yeah,
so-
I'm gonna be looking for it, and
It will be sold out.
Oh,
I'm
it
gonna have to go
already is.
dig out my mascara and shit. And
Fingernails again.
Find my razor
red
blades.
tie and black button up and get
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Gotta find my razor blades again.
Straighten your hair.
For sure.
No, I'm gonna leave the razor blades out this time.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah, we're past that now.
Yeah, I'm not child anymore.
We'll just
Well.
go play in traffic if we really want to end it. Fuck
Yeah,
That
I would-
was just a phase.
I'll tell you what though.
Playing in traffic's not.
I'll tell you who I'd love to see live. That sweatshirt you're wearing over there, bud.
Oh yeah,
I've seen them twice.
I missed them this year, and I wanted to see them so bad, but I could not make it happen.
Are you yes
Like-
or no on them?
what?
Be real.
Take it. I can take it or leave it. Depends on when you ask me.
Yes or no on them?
Slipknot.
Yeah, be real.
Don't love them. Don't hate them.
So you both
I think,
like the same.
yeah, I think it's kind of. It also depends on age
What
range.
era?
And what era? Because you and I are close in age.
Absolutely.
So we came up with
That was me.
the original era, like
don't know what
self-titled,
age- I don't know what
like
age has to do with this.
First off,
self-titled in Iowa. That was,
self-titled in Iowa is especially right now in the hardcore scene with bands that are coming out.
oh, it's super
It is
influential.
literally the most ripped 2 records
Yeah.
that
Oh,
I have
for sure.
ever heard. As soon as hardcore bands started doing that, fucking I was like, wow, that was Joey Jordison riff on the drums.
Yep.
You didn't make that yourself. Like,
I was just having a
great, but
conversation
it's like,
with our drummer, with Billy, the other day when we were doing our rehearsal. We were talking about Joey, and I said, because we were just kind of listing off both of us like drummers that were influential on us, like when we learned to play. And I said, honestly, probably the most influential one on me when I was playing was Joey, because at the time when Self-Titled came out, there were no other drummers that sounded like that, because he was mixing hip-hop drumming with jazz drumming with metal drumming with like, and then you get to Iowa and it starts becoming more just metal drumming, and then by the time you get after that, all he's doing is doing blast beats and crazy double kick
absolutely.
shit, which is why I can understand why some people are just like, Joey ain't shit, but like go back and listen to the first album or even their
it's
Make Feet Kill Repeat
insane.
and stuff before that.
Some of the shit that he does on that, because there's so many layers in the recording that it really is hard to catch
if you
what's
can,
going on.
I
If
know
you
on
can-
YouTube you can find some of the isolated drum tracks and
if
stuff.
you can find that and like listen to it without all the crazy ass samples and shit that they put over it, it's
That-
amazing. If it was just a 5-piece band without all the extra stuff, it would have been the most legendary hardcore band ever.
The
to
thing
exist.
I always said is like, listen to that little breakdown thing that he does in the song Only One on the first album.
yeah.
There's like that.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I know what you're talking about.
But that fucking beat that he does, like I've tried to copy it, tried to figure it out. I can't.
See,
Like,
for me,
it's so.
For me, Slipknot definitely wasn't a band that I got into because I thought that their music sounded perfect. I can tell you that right now.
They got more overproduced as time went.
And all of that doesn't matter to me. I love that band and will forever love that band no matter what they put out, even though I am a self-titled Iowa fanatic. It's just the way that they deliver attitude and emotion. When you listen to Slipknot, you get fucking pissed.
Oh yeah. Well, the only album I ever felt like was kind of. Oh, I'll put it this way: the 2 albums that I probably like the least would have to be Volume 3 and.
Shame on you.
Yeah, I was gonna say shame on you too.
Well, I'll explain why. Volume 3 and then All Hope Is Gone. All Hope Is Gone is my worst.
Really?
What?
No. What?
I do
no
not like
way.
All
I
Hope Is
think
Gone.
I think chapter
Can't
5 was
anyone after Iowa.
way worse.
I thought 5 was way better
I feel
than
like
All Hope Is Gone.
I feel like the gray. What was it called? The gray chapter or whatever.
5.
Remember AFI?
Huh?
That band
What was it
cool.
called?
For sure.
Point 5, the great chapter.
Okay.
That shit sucked.
0.5. I'm sorry, guys. I love your band to death, but Slipknot 0.5 sucked dick.
It did. I didn't
And
like
the
it
album
either.
that just came out that was apparently produced by the dude from Iowa.
It
Hated it.
wasn't
No, okay, so it's
produced
like
by
a
the
half
singer.
and half. Half the album's real good and real heavy, and I love it, and then the other half of the album is just like,
Honestly, I did a
Why?
review of it like right the week it came out. I had like an early access to it for like the week.
The brand
before.
new one that just came out.
And so I had been listening to it for about a week and a half before it dropped. And I kind of was hinting at some of my thoughts on it before it came out. And then when it came out, I kind of just did like a whole review thing of it. And I said, honestly, my vibes that I got from it were that it felt, because they were always talking about, like, the news headlines were always like, oh, he's talking about how it sounds like Iowa. There's like Iowa levels of heavy. There are definitely moments that are Iowa levels of heavy, but they're not, the whole album isn't like that at all.
No.
I said, to me, actually, the feel reminded me more of Volume 3. Like the
Yes.
experimental
100%.
stuff that they were doing with Volume
It's
3.
the
And I don't
exact-
hate Volume 3. I just put, like, when I
love
on my
that
personal
album.
list, I put Volume 3 a little lower.
I love
but-
that album so much.
Never listened to it.
That was like a high school album for me. Like when I was in
shame
high
on
school.
you, Damon.
Yeah.
Like swear on everything.
Yeah,
that
I just
album.
dropped out after Iowa.
But see, like when Volume 3 came out, that was
What's the
after
fans
my
called?
graduation.
Like maggots.
Maggots.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they call their
fan
fan maggots. I was definitely a maggot for sure.
Oh,
I was actually
yeah.
not allowed to listen to that band because my family was super Christian.
Yeah, I wasn't supposed to either, but I did.
Yeah, and then this fuckhead over here decided that it was a good idea at 7. Like, here, listen to this.
I just want to give some credit though to a person that doesn't get a lot of credit in that band, Mick Thompson.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's a
That-
shredder.
Well, here's the thing. He shreds different than everybody. He literally does that shit that I like to do when I play guitar in bands where you can hit one note and fucking drop the house.
Mm-hmm.
Compared, and if you've ever thought about it, think about Slipknot as an idea, like me and you know them well enough to know that Jim Root writes some of the hardest rhythm tracks
Oh, dude.
to ever try to
And
play.
Jim's actually a very accomplished lead player too.
Yeah,
if you let him
plays
do it.
like rhythm lead. So when you try to learn how to play their songs rhythmly, it's impossible. But if you look at mixed tracks, it's like the most perfectly placed tones and lead sounds. You know what I'm saying? It's like Korn. It's like how Korn does it. Korn makes weird ass sounds, and you're just like, I don't know what the fuck you just did right there, but that shit made me go, ugh. You know, like, it's just worth it on a record. He's my favorite member of the band.
Well, I mean, so that could be one of those things that, bringing up as far as this year, because that Slipknot album did drop this year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. And
yeah,
I was not
it was
much of
a
a fan.
I wasn't either.
I still think I like it more than 0.5. I still like it more
Oh,
than...
I just
For
think he
sure.
needs to figure out how to separate the Stone Sour sound and the Slipknot sound.
Yeah, that
Because
has
at
been
one
a pretty
point they sounded
consistent
like two
issue.
different bands, and now they kind of sound like the same.
Yeah, but that happened in Volume 3. That's where that first started happening. Because after
Stone Sour was
Iowa...
a band first.
Yeah, I mean, Volume 3 was the first one where that started happening. And I remember the fucking outrage of Slipknot fans in 2004 when that album came
Because it
out.
sounded like Stone Sour.
Because it sounded so much like Stone Sour.
Yes.
And
I don't remember that.
Well, you
It
just
was-
admitted that
I've
you've
always
never
thought
listened to the
Sour as well.
album, so...
Huh?
Avoid that shit like the plague as well.
Oh yeah, you don't like that band.
Hell no.
What? Who?
Bennett is not a Bennett is not a
Slipknot
fan.
dad rock. I don't.
It
I
is
don't really
Slipknot Dad Rock, absolutely.
say- Doesn't sound like anything I want to be a part of.
What?
What's the most
Stone
dad
Sour.
rock band?
what's
Oh,
funny is,
okay, that
yet
makes
again,
sense.
it's another one of those things where, all the musicians in that band are fucking phenomenal musicians
Oh, yeah.
that, can play literally anything. Like, anything you throw at them, they can play.
Dude, Corey Taylor doing acoustic covers is fucking dope. If you've
Oh,
ever
bro.
seen some of the songs that he
Oh, yeah.
covers, it's all good shit. Like Los, amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, his song selection is fucking dope.
Oh, yeah, I don't disagree with that.
Yeah, but I'm just not a fan of Stone Sour at all.
I never really was either.
I'd rather play a soft Slipknot song.
Oh, for sure.
What's the difference?
Yeah, they
sounds-
are basically.
no, it sounds
there's,
better
There's
to
a little
me
bit of
the
a
way-
difference in that, there will be some.
I mean,
Some more
obviously
layers.
we're not huge Slipknot
Yeah.
people, so from what we've heard, and then we listen to Stone Sour, it's like
It does sound
what
a
it
lot
is.
alike.
Yeah.
Certain parts of it
I feel
definitely
like
do.
Stone Sour
I mean, you can
literally sounds
everybody
like...
can like what they like. Like it's no big
No.
deal. That's just not.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm into.
Oh, absolutely. What's your favorite dad rock band?
Chevelle.
Yes.
That's a good one.
Chevelle, see,
they
Chevelle
not
though,
rock?
Chevelle
Get the fuck
has.
out of here right now.
I was gonna say Chevelle has some moments where they go even beyond
I was gonna
dad
say, are
rock
they
and
dad
go
rock,
into
though? I don't know.
go into
Yeah,
some
I feel like
heavier
they're-
stuff than
Yeah.
like.
They're their own.
I forget
thing.
which song it was not too long ago. I was I had the radio on in the car for some fucking reason. I don't even know why, but
What?
and there was a song that was on there. I was like, who the fuck is this? This is fucking kicking. And then they were like, oh, this is a Chevelle song. And I was like,
Oh yeah.
what? Okay.
See, I'm not gonna
And then
lie.
I went and was like, I gotta listen to this newer stuff because holy shit, they're
Yeah.
kicking
No,
it in a
they're
lot harder
fucking
now.
shit.
Like,
Dude, it doesn't even matter about new or old, to be honest, because I still.
I mean, I've
listen
always
to-
loved Chevelle, but
Wonder What's Next is literally been on repeat for 2 months.
Yeah.
Along
Vitamin
with,
R. the
Make
song,
Yourself.
Yeah.
The song Vitamin R is probably one of the greatest songs I have ever heard in my life.
For sure.
Dude,
see, I go back
actually-
to point number one
Oh fuck yeah, that's a good album
with
too.
their first independent release.
What about?
Oh, it was great.
And in
They're
fact,
a
my
three-piece,
my
man.
my side band that I've had for many years, we did we say me, it's basically just me. But I did
just you.
a cover of Point Number One for the 20th anniversary of that album this year. Back in what was it, May or something like
My
that.
favorite dad rock band is Alice in Chains.
Oh,
I can't do Alice in Chains. Like, and I know I catch a lot of shit for it, but I just can't.
Yeah, it's fine. I
Like, and I think honestly it has more to do with the fact of growing up here and hearing it played ad nauseum on the radio over and fucking over and over and over again, that like I just got sick of hearing it. It's like AC/DC. I can't fucking stand
hate
AC/DC.
Yeah,
and the main reason I can't stand
love that band so much.
You
the main
fucking
reason,
would.
and I've said
I
the main
do.
reason why I
Fucking
hate
Lord.
AC/DC
It's
has
not
more
my
to
fault.
do
They know how to write songs better than you.
has more to do
Bullshit.
with the fact that around here, the rock radio station, the dude that owns the place is a fucking huge AC/DC fan. So there's at least 2 AC/DC songs per hour being played every fucking day.
I can't-
Like,
I
and
can't
it
even
drives you
remember.
nuts.
I can't even remember the last time I listened to the radio.
I
In general, like I just can't. I like if I'm driving and like say my phone's dead or you
Most
know,
of the time
I don't
now
have
I've got my
CD.
Spotify on or whatever.
Right,
But
same.
it's
But if
you
I'm
go into
in
a
a-
store around here,
Yeah.
like the local radio stations are on.
Yeah.
You know, or like, you know, if you happen to be a ride share person, like sometimes you put on the local radio station just so to kind of keep it level.
Right.
no,
Like,
fuck
you know.
that, dude. I just
But-
put on playlists and shit.
Ben, did you say that you didn't like Alice in Chains?
I don't care for Alice in Chains.
Okay, do you like my guitar riffs?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
there's
but
things
I
like-
just want to make
okay.
a point. I'm not making a point that you don't have to like Alice in Chains. I just want
the
to
thing
give
is,
them
though,
credit. Literally, that is the whole entire reason why I play guitar how I do now. First, it was Dimebag
Yeah.
all the way. That's my hero. But Jerry Cantrell literally, like, he created my whole entire, like, outlook on writing a song. Like, how you make something sound dark doesn't necessarily have to be a fucking metal song.
I think for me it had more to do with the vocals. I think was probably what drove
Lane
me
Staley
crazy.
is a god.
Like, I mean, Lane is a person. Like, I
fuck
have a
is
massive
going
amount of
on?
respect for the writing ability, the lyrical ability, all that stuff. But I think it just, after a while, there was something about it that just started.
Just sad.
I don't know, like it just, and I could never get it. And
I want to die. That's about
a lot
the way
of it
went.
probably also has to do subconsciously with like the kinds of people that I associated with loving Alice in Chains around here. So like,
Alice in Chains was like the first like.
Alice in Chains people.
Yeah.
I
There is
kinda-
a certain type
I feel
of
that.
people that are
definitely
like
feel
big
that.
Alice in Chains fans.
Yeah.
Like,
and
They
I
tell you. I feel like they tell you a lot.
yeah, and it's
They
like
say it.
I feel like that's
whatever.
me.
I mean, like you said earlier, it's like
I
you
feel
can
like
listen to
that's
them
totally
like
me.
whatever you want.
Hey, Chris,
it's
you
not
should
a-
move your mic down a little bit.
Oh, can you not hear it?
No,
Hello?
no, just down so I can see your face more.
Oh, is that better?
Yeah,
I was kind of hunching.
But
it's
I mean,
alright. You're good.
I don't know, but I don't. I mean, I think all of us here probably have the same kind of weird, wide variety and tastes musically. Like it's not all just.
Speaking-
And it's
of-
like dad rock is just one of those that.
I'll
like,
say, do you just age into dad rock now?
You do. you do. No, you do.
Is
Listen.
Pantera dad rock now?
Technically,
It could be, yeah.
technically, some
I was gonna say
Pantera
some of it
songs-
might be considered that now.
Some
Is
Pantera.
walk dad music.
Absolutely
yeah,
not.
no, I would say it is now. At
I'm
this
saying
point,
if
at
there's
this
the fuck
point,
outta
If
here,
at
there's
this
man.
point,
a
it
song
is.
that's
Well,
dad rock,
hey,
it has to
you gotta
be
think
walk.
about it. Okay,
Yeah.
so Zach is a dad.
Or Cowboys.
Anything from the Cowboys from Hell album except for Domination or Primal Concrete Sledge is absolutely dad rock.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
Because Domination is an amazing song and super fucking hardcore. And
Yeah, it
Primal Concrete Sledge probably has one of the greatest breakdowns I have ever heard. Fucking just ban it. Like, how do you not want to just beat somebody's ass instantly?
yeah,
of course,
and
Phil
it's hard to
Anselmo's-
put them in the same basket as like Five Finger Death Punch.
Oh, God, get out of here.
But that's like
that's-
Well, that's
That's the
that's what I'm saying. As far as,
dad
but there's
rock, yeah.
there's
Yeah,
even
dad
there's
rock.
variety even
Mountain
within what
Dew
you
was
consider.
a sound. It would be Five Finger Death
Everyone
Punch.
in that band's name is Kyle.
Yes,
fuck.
they sound
funny
like
is-
Four Loko.
What's funny is that I remember when the first time I heard anything about them many years ago when they were still unsigned and shit, when they were doing like their independent like EP and stuff that came out, and I was like, because back then they actually were more of like a straight up metal band. Like
Yeah, their first album is actually
Yeah.
not that bad.
like there was
Until they
hardly
got-
any
Is that the-
singing.
is that the-
Like
is
it
that
was
the
more
Support the
like
Troops one?
No, that's not. That's before all that shit.
But
When they
here's the
put
thing.
out their demo, it was heavy as fuck,
Yeah.
and everybody was like, "Oh, fuck, they're all right."
Yeah.
Then he just came out with For the soldiers.
But here's the thing.
Constantly.
Here's the thing,
Yes,
though.
absolutely. He ruined
they
it.
found their audience and they catered to it.
I understand that.
And so it's like
Woo,
you
but also you can't come in and
strapped on their New Balance
You
and started
can't-
mowing the goddamn lawn.
yeah, absolutely. Also, I just want to say this because it's something I know about this band that pisses me off. I don't care how much money he made doing it. That boy that played guitar for that band played guitar for fucking Britney Spears. You ain't coming out there trying to fucking take over all the Trump voters when you played for Britney, bitch.
I don't
like-
know, man, that's kind of, I wouldn't say that's a step up.
Oh, that's a step down. He
No
was probably
fucking
making
way.
more money.
No, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Playing for Britney's a way better gig than playing
Absolutely.
I think that's what he's
Fucking
trying to
your
say.
Do you think he made more money playing for Britney Spears than he
Fuck
does?
yeah.
playing-
Absolutely.
Really?
well,
Because
it
no
depends.
matter how big Five Finger Death Punch may be in the fan base wise and sponsorship,
Yeah.
But
he
the
gets
difference
hella
is,
money
though,
from that,
he's
but it
getting-
ain't no Capitol Records.
The difference, though, is that
That's
he's getting
true.
royalties and things from songs that he's written, whereas the Britney songs, he was just a hired gun.
He was a live
Yeah.
performer.
So he got
probably
paid
gotta
for
play
playing,
Baby
but
One
he
More
didn't get
Time. I
paid
don't
for the
give a
actual
fuck
songs.
what
And
he's
every time
doing.
the songs get played, he doesn't make any money, except for the stuff that he does with Five Finger. So he probably is making more with
He's
Five
making
Finger
more
than
money
he
in
is.
Five Finger Death Punch.
Now,
Dude,
Yeah.
he might have got to stand on stage with like Kevin Federline. What are you fucking talking about? Man?
I would
I'm
take
sorry.
no pride in that at all.
Well, it's because you're a fucking bitch.
I guess. Fuck all that pop shit.
Britney Spears is like mom rock then, or
Yeah, I
how does
guess
that?
so.
how does that
No,
work?
Mom Rock is fucking Def Leppard.
I'll say that.
Mom Rock is
White
like
Snake.
Warrant, Def Leppard,
Don't you ever say a
Poison.
crossword about White Snake
I-
ever.
First
Well,
off, you
like
get
you
the fuck
said,
out of here
Garbage
right now.
I feel like garbage is mom
Garbage
rock.
is definitely Mom Rock.
Still the Night's one of
that
the
whole
greatest
tour
songs ever
is-
written.
It's mom rock.
Yeah, that's a
I love
Mom
you.
Rock tour.
Michelle Branch. Mom rock is fun. I don't know.
Shit, Michelle Branch is totally mom.
That one
or like
lady that sings
Sarah
Torn.
McLachlan.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Sarah McLachlan is definitely mom rock.
Sheryl Crow.
But I
Cheryl Crow.
see, I feel like
Oh, is that grandma
yes.
music now?
Yeah, I think that's grandma
That's
music.
that-
yeah, no,
is that Meemaw?
that's like the Meemaw that goes to the bar still. That's what that is.
she has like the thick black
Yeah, she got the
wristband.
leather.
Yes.
like, feather-
Talking about the
yeah.
gilfs.
Wears
is
the
what he's talking
female
about.
affliction shirts. Yes.
I don't know.
that
I
a
think
thing?
they're. I think they're
Absolutely.
No,
unisex.
she's got a Harley shirt. on.
They're unisex.
Oh yeah, with the
Deep
coat.
Yeah,
cut.
with
the
the
deep
coat
cut.
for sure.
Yes.
It's a
Abs-
deep cut Harley shirt. It's got like
100%.
Yes.
Going up.
Yes.
And she's got like leather tan cleavage. That's
And
what
her
it looks
tattoo.
like.
Yeah, it looks
she
like a
wears it
Marsh
so you
paper
can see
bag.
her like.
It does
star
look like a
tattoo
Marsh
across her
paper
chest.
bag.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Fucking nuts.
So I think what we just found out is I like mom rock better than I like dad
Mom
rock.
Rock is way above Dad Rock.
Yeah.
Absolutely, because mom rock, it doesn't matter how old they are playing music. They play a show. If there's bitches still alive, they're getting titties.
They're like showing titties to people that have titties.
Just think about it though. There's young college girls that are of age that go to fucking Journey and Def Leppard shows and show them titties now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It never ends. It's just titty rock. That's what it is.
Yeah, oh, it's
Titty
definitely.
rock. It's not mom
Which
rock.
is
it's
where
titty rock.
which is where like bands like Steel Panther are hilarious and great
Titty rock.
because of the fact that
Yes.
they that's
Poison?
exactly what they're doing.
Oh,
Poison,
Poison.
titty rock.
Yeah.
Warrant, titty rock. Winger,
Okay, well that's
titty
Oh,
rock.
that's just the whole 80s then.
Yeah.
All the
80s hair
going
metal
down the
bands
80s.
became
No, I feel
titty
like
rock.
Whitesnake wouldn't, or Whitesnake and Van Halen doesn't count as titty rock. That's like
Are you
Oh,
shitting
what are
me?
you, what are you
Hey.
talking
So
about?
many titties coming out during fucking Panama, dude.
for sure.
all right. You know what? I'll give you that. It's all
Hey.
titty rock.
Yeah, there you
Talking
go.
about fucking like Sam Hagar, like Van Hagar happened.
Yeah.
That's just Florida.
I think honestly, I think Van Hagar is probably more
Florida
titty rock than.
titties.
I'm saying swamp titties.
White snake.
Swamp titties. Yes. You know what? I come from that area.
I know.
That's the first type
You
of
were-
props you have ever given me about Florida. Swamp titties.
You got swamp titties, and you know your rappers are pretty good.
And you got Florida man.
Florida.
Oh, Florida
Oh
man.
yeah, Trailer Park Tammy.
Is she from Florida?
Pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
that is Florida for
I-
sure.
I have family from Florida and like I fucking know.
Yeah, I got family in Florida too.
Yeah.
My mom still lives there, and she will call me from the gas station she works at, and I can hear the dialect in the background. I'm like, God, I don't miss that.
Dang.
I definitely would miss complete sentences if I went back there. It
Huh?
is so bad.
Huh?
Or English. There's not much.
No.
It's real. That's a realistic thing. That's not a demographic.
Gator talk.
Hold on, I gotta put my gator away. Goddamn.
Fruit don't talk. Just listens and waits.
That's Georgia though.
That's definitely
Squidbillies
Georgia.
are from Georgia.
First off, them two states touch. Don't forget that. I guarantee you talk somebody from Georgia, talk somebody from Pensacola. Right there.
Yeah, but one's gonna be like, go Gators, the other one's gonna be like, hell dogs, woo!
You know what? Yeah. Dogs are better.
Dogs are better.
Yeah.
Now that we're nice and off track.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, I was actually kind of looking. I was like, what is something else from this year? And I was like,
What's your favorite show you played this year?
favorite show we played? Honestly, it was probably Fried Fest, to be honest, because that set was fucking wild. Like,
It was.
that was like,
Oh, you mean the set where you cracked my shin in half with your fucking guitar?
I think we talked about that on our episode, actually. Like,
I'd like to talk about you not being a sissy.
that was, but
You
that
don't know
show
how much
was,
force that fucker hit my shin with.
that
I
show
know
was
how
crazy,
much
though,
it would
because,
hurt, though.
It was across the room. He was across the garage. So
yeah, that was our first show with our new drummer.
Oh yeah.
And,
He's
like,
a fucking wild man.
Beery.
and we were just like, he had a whole, like, he double booked that day, and he knew about it the whole time. Like, even when he came in and said that he was going to help us play those shows and whatever, like, and so he knew he had to leave to go to do another show with his other band that same evening. And so we were just like, I remember, like, as the day goes, like, things are like, as with any show, and especially when you're doing like a festival, bands are coming and going, people are dropping off, things are switching, you know, technical issues with sound systems, all that kind of stuff.
Dude,
so you're
that's
running into all this shit, and so you're having to change around the lineups and everything last minute. And so stuff was all getting jumbled around. I remember coming up to Bennett at one point, I'm like, dude, we either have to go on now or we're gonna have to cancel because Billy's about to fucking jet. Like, he has to go. Like, he has another set.
Excuse me.
So we came in. You're just like, fuck it, just get in the garage. Go in the garage.
Yeah, just like
So-
load the
Yeah,
shit
oh,
in,
yeah.
I'll
So
do
we
it
loaded in as
for
fast as we
think
could,
of,
and
like,
we had
5 or 6 different times we've had to
we
do
had like, I think 9 songs in our set list for that show, and I think we slammed all of those out in probably like 22 minutes or something like that. I mean, we were playing them fast, and
Yeah.
and it
I
was just
remember
like,
that.
just come in hard as fast as we can, get through them as quick as we can. And we even played a song that we've never played live before, specifically just for Fried Fest. In fact, we haven't played it again since, and we don't really plan on it anytime soon. It might just become a Fried, like, special.
Quit being
Like,
a bandicoot about it and just play the song.
I like the fact, though, that we only have, the only time we do it is at Fried. Because it makes it
We
special.
Love You tried to do an only Fried thing and is now,
now
turned into
an every show thing.
almost
But the
every
thing is,
show.
the
Yeah,
song that we
'cause-
do it with is a song that nobody really
Yeah.
knows or cares that terribly much about.
Well, they did that with a whole bunch of songs. Remember, Weed Break was never played until they played it at Fried Fest.
Was it? I thought
Yeah.
that was your house.
You know what? That was my house.
Yeah.
What about Flip Flip? They never play that.
Yeah, they just now started playing that again.
Yeah, it's because Caleb hates it.
I know, Caleb hates the shit out of that song.
He hates it because he made a song that was so good that he hates it. Because you have to know Caleb to know that.
Aside from that show, though, I think probably the one we did here on campus was probably like my second favorite one, only because of just how fucking crazy that night was.
Okay,
Like-
I know that night sucked. for
Aside
you.
from the business bullshit,
Yeah.
put that aside.
It
The
It
actual
was a really fun ass
the
show.
was a
actual
real good show.
performances,
God damn it, though.
Like,
you're right. You are
the performances were great. All the business bullshit sucked dick.
That was the drunkest I have ever been.
Dude, all I remember at that point was at that show was I was still coming off of being really sick and I was still running a fever, and we were just trying to get through the set and my voice wasn't completely back or anything. I remember at one point you came up, you were on the corner by me, and I'm like dying. And you're just like, you got this, man. You got this. I'm like, dude, I'm about to pass the fuck out. I can't breathe. I'm sick. I'm about to. And you're just like, man, you got it. You got it. You're good. And you're like, fucking suck it up, man.
Yeah, that's because I was on liquor.
And I'm like,
This man was supposed to be helping me run sound. He goes, fuck all that. I'm getting drunk.
I'm getting drunk, Colt style.
But that was, yeah, because that was like, because we had Let's see, Bazooka Tooth was there.
Lot.
Lot Lizards was there.
But
You guys were
Bazooka
there.
Tooth, Lot Lizards,
Barricades, like-
Controvert, and
Rest in peace, Barricades.
Yes.
Yeah, and then
So that was it.
To My Dismay.
Yeah, To My Dismay was on it too.
Oh, yeah.
Tommy and the Dismays.
Tommy and the Dismays.
Hell yeah.
But that was that. I'd say that's probably my second favorite one we did this year.
That band's really underrated too.
What?
To my dismay,
Yeah.
they have some of the greatest guitar work I've ever seen. Seriously.
Oh, yeah.
And that dude works at Meyer and Marion. No one even realizes. And I'm just like, do
Yes.
you not understand that man is one of the shred gods? Like, why are
He's
you
sick.
here
I see him every now and then.
at Meyer? Yeah.
So what about you two? As far as what's your for Controvert sets this year? What was your like? What takes the top one for you guys?
Ohio.
They said Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cincinnati,
Cincinnati. Both Cincinnati
was good.
shows.
I don't know though because like Rolling Prairie treats us. real
Ooh, damn
That-
it.
Yeah, that.
You know what? Yeah.
Because we've played what
Yeah,
3
okay,
shows
yeah.
up in that
The
area.
Cult Fest show was.
I just want to give credit to Northern Indiana.
Well, really, you just need to
Everything was
give
so-
credit to
it's so
David
weird,
Seigan
though.
for running that scene.
Yeah, David Seigan has had every show that I have played was amazing.
Oh yeah, he.
The first Rolling Hill show,
Oh, dude,
the Elkhart show that we just played, the last show of the year.
Yeah, it was fucking
This kid,
epic.
I broke this kid's nose on accident.
He says on accident.
No, it was on accident. I wasn't paying attention. You got a quick bow to the face. One of them little. Hi, hi.
It's not an accident, Chris. You threw your elbow into dude's face. That is not an accident.
No, it's not.
It's not like, hey.
The best is
gonna-
that stupid little sheepish little boy look you have on your face right now.
We can talk about the other
Chris
show
will literally look somebody dead in the eyes and be like, I'm going to kick you on accident.
On accident.
I accidentally booted that girl in the face that one time.
I didn't even see that.
He also knocked somebody straight the fuck out at one of the Elkhart shows that we
Yep,
played.
that's true. That was South Bend. We
Yeah,
played
it was
Smith's
South
and
Bend,
he
yeah.
took a nap.
yeah.
What was the streak on people going night at Controvert shows in the beginning?
Oh, bro.
Was it like 5?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a lot.
There is a lot.
I'm surprised
And
we
it's
haven't
always
gotten
me.
banned yet, to be honest.
It's always me.
I
but-
will see the day that we get banned from somewhere.
Did
Chris has been. He
Last
hasn't
show?
been banned from anywhere yet. So I
Damn.
don't think it's gonna happen now.
From me? Okay, so apparently I also knocked his tooth out. The kid that stage dived. Which,
Yeah.
by the way, he's an artist himself, right?
No.
Or is he on the podcast for Tune Junkies? Or
No.
just a cool kid?
He's just a good
Homie.
supporter.
Okay. So Good Homie loves Controvert. We were all partying down together during Lenore when I broke his nose and knocked his tooth out. That does not count as me purposely saying, "Hey, bro, I'm sorry about your nose and your tooth." Wait, what? And then it happened. It's like,
Hey, you don't value the
was
shape
in
of
a
your
mashed
nose and your
pit,
tooth right
man.
now, do you?
Okay. All right. Let me preface that you literally knocked a kid out the very first show at my house this year. And
you're
then
talking
that-
about Mr. Damon Towsley.
Jen caught a picture of you straight out.
That's an
Crucifying
epic
this-
shot.
It is.
that fucking picture is
first show out
epic.
the gate, Chris. First show out the
Wasn't
gate.
that American Bandit?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it was
it's gotten turned
done-
into memes and shit
It was
since
during
then. Yeah.
American Bandit.
Yeah. Why are you going that hard for American Bandit?
I was having a good time. And he pushed me.
I don't even know if it was American Bandit that he was going hard for, but I know they were on that bill. I just don't
You have
remember.
a picture of that?
Was Barricades on that show?
They may have been. That's probably what
It
it
might have
was.
been during Barricades.
I think it was. It was Barricades. It was Barricades and American Bandit. You were right.
I think I went hard during Barricade.
You did. That's exactly what it was.
You know, I went hard, and then,
okay.
like, I got pushed from behind, and all I did was turn around and mosh super hard.
It was more like
Oh, man, look at that.
that's great.
Oh. Benny made that. Yep, thanks, bud.
It was great.
First off, I take no responsibility for any injuries that happen during concerts because they take their own time to get in the area. They see me go in, they have two choices. You must stay or you must go.
See, right now you can get away with it, but as it gets bigger, and you guys get bigger, eventually somebody's gonna be like, "You can't can't be knocking everybody out in the pit, man.
I get that now.
Bullshit. Not by me. I'm the one that's back there like, do it, Chris.
No, that's definitely
That
me
is
being
definitely
Like
Bennett.
it's like
Every time he's like, "Why do you
You're
always
skating
have to
by,
lord
man.
on
You're skating
somebody?"
by. You're lucky so far.
Yeah, no, seriously. I just want to make this point. Like, Ben, okay,
I do
Ben,
instigate
my
it.
old girlfriend and Ben's girlfriend, everybody, just go do it, Chris. I don't want a mouse right now. This room's really small.
I don't
Fuck that
care.
shit, Chris.
Fuck
Go
you.
do it. Have a good time, man. You never have a good time anymore. Somebody gets hurt. I have to go outside and hide in the car while the ambulance and the cops come. And then it's like, why did you do that?
I'm like, you have to play these shows, right? You can't knock out the crowd.
I was having a good time, man.
That guy wasn't.
He started to have a good time. He'll wake up dead.
You ever wake up dead? That guy did.
Reminds me of Betty. Do you remember Ian?
Oh, with
Like back when
McFly?
Yeah, when Benny and I were in a band together, like we had a friend that would come out and he just would crowd kill like a motherfucker. Like
Dude, I love
he
that
got thrown
second
out of
movie.
so many of our shows. Like it was like every
You
fucking
know how
show.
many of those times
People
he got
that talk
thrown-
shit,
You know
people
how many
that-
times of those shows he got thrown out because I was egging him on like I do Chris?
Oh, I believe it.
Like, Shane.
I know.
Shane,
I know.
do
I
this.
try to be good most of the time, but I will still to this day say people that talk shit about crowd killing and that don't like it, fuck you.
Oh yeah, fucking it's
Fuck
a
you.
hardcore show. Go somewhere else.
Literally.
I mean,
fuck
ultimately,
you.
it's like the rules are there's you see this area where like everybody's kind of staying clear of. They're staying clear for a reason. Like,
yeah, but then you got people like me who also do not give a fuck and
yeah.
will reach over people that are trying to get out of the way. Like,
Yeah.
first off, if I look at you and I'm like, fucking move, and you don't, I'm gonna hit you.
I've never heard you say move.
Neither have I. Never.
Ever.
Most
This
I've
is
ever
new.
heard is like a chair banging on the ground before it just like.
He's like the
flies.
most silent person. You just look over and that's how it happens, dude.
He was able to death from above like 2 people. That's how sneaky this motherfucker.
Yeah, dude, I ran up out of nowhere like I was like sneaking, the quietness of walking, like just swooped up and like popped some hops. Boom! Like fucking just Thailand Muay Thai boxing knife strike from the elbow. I got shin
Got Shin
and Zapdos
twice.
twice.
Zapdos got it twice.
Yeah,
Oh,
the person
God.
that I beat the shit out of the most though, and I can say his name. I gotta give a shit. You guys know who Sanguiza Kebab is? Cody Davidson, their drummer. I have beat the shit out of him so bad at shows. Like people thought it was real. Like people thought like
No, you were straight up fighting in the middle of my garage during was it Worm?
yeah. Oh, I can 100% will just agree with that because of what the band. 100%. They probably hit a breakdown. Cody hit me
It
really
still
hard.
blows my mind that band played in my garage.
Yeah, that's another big band that played your PA.
Guerrilla Warfare?
Guerrilla Warfare.
Okay, can we
You know-
talk about Guerrilla
okay,
Warfare?
yeah,
I was
that's
gonna
one
bring
of,
them up when
actually
you were
that's
talking about
yeah, that's
Bazooka
something
Tooth.
we should have brought up a while ago.
When you said Bazooka Tooth, I
Guerrilla
was going to say, have you
Warfare's
seen Guerrilla?
closing either Fried or Frankfest.
Both times, amazing.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yes.
That
What was
band-
great is like right after that, it was like all of a sudden, I'm seeing articles popping up.
Yes.
Like all the, like it was within
we were
within
homies
weeks.
with them. We were homies with them for
Like-
like a year, and then out of nowhere they got huge, and now they signed.
Yeah.
Yeah, to
So
Jason
Mr.
Butler's
yeah, to-
record company, which is dope
Jason
as
Butler
fuck.
was like, "This is the next greatest band."
It is.
Well, Jason Butler was fucking right.
Fuck yeah, he is.
I've been
remember
saying that for years
At
now.
the year of Fried Fest, where they played, where you had 2 days.
Yes.
At the end of the first day, because like we played the second day, Skate Better played the second day.
Yeah.
And I just kind of hung out the first day, and like I won't say his name, but everybody knows who I'm talking about. Always has acid at Bennett's shows, and I ended up tripping real hard. And I was at the fire with just me, my friend Pagan, Cold Shoulder, and Guerrilla Warfare for like I don't know.
Also, shout out Cold Shoulder. Love
Oh,
Yeah,
Cold
Cold Shoulder, the nicest guys I've ever met in my
for
life.
like 3 or 4 hours, and like, dude, I think it's the bassist and Cold. I don't remember any of their names, but I think it's the bassist and the drummer from Cold Shoulder. We're just like, it may have been partly because I was like out of my mind a little bit, but all the crazy fucked up Canadian like phrases and words that they were saying, dude, like I don't remember them right now, but that was like the funniest night of my entire life. And then like Guerrilla Warfare, those dudes were there, like, oh my god, dude, that was so funny.
I remember one of the years for Fried Fest, I got stuck in a car because of acid.
That's not so
I also remember, let's talk about the time where Bennett convinced me to play a show. I don't care. I can say this. I'm not in that band anymore. That was the scariest thing I've ever done in my life.
Oh, been
Dropping
there.
and then playing
What,
live.
Show's
Yes.
Yeah,
I played
I
a show
remember
with, first off, so much feedback.
Yeah.
And the audio that you get when you're on that.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Is that the show where
I used
was
to-
it Hodson standing on top of the cab?
No, it was.
No,
Me.
that was the year before where he
Okay.
was too drunk to
Yeah.
hit the riser and he kept going, Daddy's a little drunk.
Yeah. That was also the same year that we played as a 4-piece
Yeah,
with. I used.
Troy.
No, Troy wasn't in the band yet.
Oh, okay.
We played as a 4-piece and I used fucking like 4 different cabs off of one amp head.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, and they were real tall, right?
Yeah.
And at one point, Hodson was standing on top of that shit.
I don't
I
even
don't know
remember
why.
that happened.
I remember like not being in the garage, but being at the other side of the driveway and looking in, and like Hodson's head is like almost touching the ceiling. I'm like, the fuck is he doing? Like, then he jumps down. And you guys played Chip and Smith. I was like,
we
oh
did
my
dumb
god,
shit
dude.
at that band. Rawest set I ever played at your house though, the Lycan set.
Yeah,
What was that? Frank or Fried?
Frank.
Frank, the first Frank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Lycan set I played at the first Frank Fest was probably one of the most legendary feelings I've ever had playing, because Uncle Joey moshed to my music instead of standing in the back folding his arms.
Oh, yeah, dude,
Yeah.
that's an accomplishment.
Yeah,
right
that
that's
wasn't
a massive accomplishment.
That was an accomplishment.
Hypewriter played too. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Hypewriter did play. You guys packed out the whole entire fucking garage.
That's
yeah,
not
that's
surprising.
That's right.
Yeah, I think Hypewriter played a pretty sure. Oh, but it just had, one of the best shows at the...
No, I've
My name is Damon!
all that shit runs together, dude. Like, seriously.
It's true, though. I understand what you mean. But seriously, that was probably one... Top of your game right there, bud.
for
That's
sure.
where that was for sure. I definitely appreciate that time in your music career. It was
Oh, yeah.
amazing.
Same.
Oh yeah.
Do you want me to finish the story that you started?
Oh, which one? I forgot.
Where you were tripping balls playing.
Yeah, no, okay, so all I was going to say is that last thing I remember is you saying, do that, it'll be fine. You won't even feel it by the time you play. Now you can continue.
Wrong.
My ulterior motive was I stood behind his amp head and just made faces at him the whole time while he was playing. And it was the greatest thing I've ever done. And I laughed really, really hard.
That is really shitty.
Yeah, not just that. He made sounds too. So I'm like trying to listen to my amp because I'm tripping and it's not sounding right. And he's over there going, making faces at me. And like, okay, so we just talked about how apparently I am too violent in the mosh pit.
No.
During that set, there was a lot of moshing going on. And for the first time in my life, I was scared shitless because I was tripping. And I was like, oh, angry! And and my guitar felt like a round, fat, just log that I have never felt, the most foreign object I have ever held in my life.
I don't believe that for a second, man.
Ba-ding.
It felt that way, at least.
It felt like I had never played guitar before. It felt like I had never played guitar before, but for some reason my body went on autopilot and I played all the songs. Everyone was like, that set was so great. And I'm like, really? Because I was terrified the whole time. Especially
funny.
because Bennett was making weird ass faces. I remember one point he took his face and went like this. And I'm like, stop it. It was so bad.
Please don't do that again.
And then, of course, lights. If you have any lights, it's like, oh, lights.
I remember standing in Bennett's yard with Jägermeister in my hand, and Mr. Damon, who is sitting next to me, had what was it? What were you drinking? We drunk peed together. Rainbow pounded. While we crossed streams.
I was probably drinking beer.
I think you were just drinking beer.
Yeah.
I think it was.
That
was it
so long ago.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
That was like after the first show back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Well, I know for us with this podcast and stuff, some of the things that we're wanting to do this summer is get more involved with Fried and some of the other local festivals with some of the stuff we want to do. We don't want to talk about too much of it just yet, but some of the things we want to try to do is have a presence. Let's say that.
Would be
There.
sick to like film some. Fried.
So,
to have like Fried on.
If you
Oh
didn't
my
stream,
God.
if we don't stream Fried, I don't care. If we
the
don't,
issue with streaming out there is just that
No
the
internet?
service sucks dick.
Well, I don't,
So-
not necessarily stream,
but-
but just make a video. Like,
But
that
yeah,
would be sick.
there will be
There
definitely be
somebody to film.
there will definitely be a
Fried
band shop presence there this year.
yeah, somebody
This coming
needs to
year.
just make a movie. I know someone that's really good at making little movies.
Dude, you could literally make. See, that's the thing that sucks is if we
Should
had
made a movie
footage.
about me one time.
If we had footage from all the years, like, and then maybe like this year be the culmination of all of it, and then we could literally make a documentary about Fried Fest.
I
We
feel
should.
like
Dude,
that
this
would
will
be
be the 5th year. This
Yeah.
summer will be 5
Like,
years.
Is it? I
Old
thought it
boy
was
in the
4.
Borat, fucking
yes, he won the male twerk
And
competition.
he's like, he like, just
Shout out Stan from Plans.
okay, that guy.
yeah, Stanford Plans,
There's like
greatest
a
man
there's
on
like
the
an
planet.
inflatable kiddie pool, and he just and he had this
Yes.
Borat swimsuit on. And there's just like hundreds of people around watching him, and he knew it.
Oh,
and he
yeah.
was just like wallowing around in that pool, dude.
How about the moment it was 98 degrees outside and I was running side stage in a beanie and sweatpants and slides? That's it.
Yeah,
Well, it's not our fault.
Kinda
She had
on
to
you.
Look like a juggalo.
And I got that for a year.
Hey, do you want me to bring up the video where Seth kicks your ass?
We can bring it up because it makes up, like I said, for all the times that I have literally moshed on Seth harder than anyone in the history of mankind. Because he is the biggest asshole in the mosh pit I have ever met in my life.
He's just the biggest asshole.
He's an
period.
angry man, and he is mad because he forgot how to grow. And it is not my problem, but because we're friends and I love him so much, he chooses to hit me.
Oh, I forgot about the him hitting you with the mic at the Fortress too.
Yes,
That was
He
hilarious.
threw it at me like a fucking spear, like he was Zulu Nation. Just scowl.
Shout out Zulu.
Shout out Zulu Nation, Pilos.
Wow.
I miss those dudes too.
So while we're kind of wrapping things up, what are your things for next year you're kind of like the most excited about? Like locally and besides that even, as far as musically.
I think Minutes or Mountains is gonna do some original. Maybe
Ooh.
we're gonna do some original stuff because like right now we're just doing covers and kind of just doing whatever we want. But I think we're gaining a little bit of presence.
Get some
now,
originals,
so-
get some shit together.
Yeah.
Get your ass back here.
And I can say that we're Controvert is definitely
Controvert is going to
yeah. So we're definitely dropping. I don't even care. We're dropping 2 albums this year coming up.
Damn.
And we're also
Bold
dropping.
predictions.
We're also dropping a lot of videos. A lot of videos.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll be back on here to talk about it more too.
And that's
yeah,
not
you guys are
necessarily-
definitely going to be on here after the first of the year. So
That's where my excitement lies, definitely for myself. But if there had to be anything that I would be excited for, I can't wait to hear what Joey does next.
oh god, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, when we had them in here and we were talking about like he was talking about how they've already had just gotten the whiteboard out and stuff to start writing for the full length. He was talking about how it was kind of a daunting task for him to look at, but it was like we were just like, fuck, dude, like, it's gonna.
Well, I'm pretty sure he said he already paid for the time too and has like the date for it. So like he's having to do it. Like there's no choice.
Oh yeah, well, and sometimes it's best to do that to set a time so it forces you to have. That's what we did with our album that came out. I should have talked about that. That's something that I should have talked about. Out of all this stuff, I didn't even talk about the fact that one of my favorite things this year was the fact that we dropped our first like full album this year.
What's gonna be cool about the next album, though, Zach?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What are you gonna do
I don't know,
differently?
We might add in some accordions or some shit.
There you go.
Fuck you. Is there a horn section?
No, because Chicago sucks.
Chicago is the greatest.
Scrambler.
We're gonna pull a corn and we're gonna turn everything into a dubstep shit. We're gonna do a
Yes.
dubstep album.
Scrambler.
I'm down.
This
I'm here
message
for it.
is for you. Chicago sucks. Bob Seger is God, and fuck your face
Yes.
for when this comes out. Merry Christmas. I love you.
But that's just his opinion.
Yeah,
But-
that doesn't reflect the opinions of the rest of this podcast.
And I'm still not fucking
Absolutely.
covering Stained.
But yeah, we
If-
may
when
we
you
may
said
or may
what's
not we may or may not be adding some additional things to our band and set and upcoming music. So
Earlier when
That's
you
something
asked
to
me
look
what my
forward to.
favorite dad rock band was, if I wouldn't have said Chevelle, I would have said
Bob
Stained.
Oh,
No.
I like
Stained.
For sure.
Stained for
Stained.
sure.
Yeah.
staying for the first two albums and
Fuck
that's
yeah.
it. I can't go beyond past the first two albums. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I
That's
can't.
fine.
Creed.
Oh,
Break the Cycle
Oh,
is
hey.
the greatest Stained
I-
album of all time.
I'm a dysfunction person. Like
You would be, oldie.
I am.
so what did everybody think of Michael O'Hare joining fucking Fleshbore?
Well, I want to say that that's probably my vote for the most talented vocalist in this area when it comes to
Dude.
heavy ass.
Oh,
Dude. yeah.
When it comes to like heavy, just grind and just brutal.
I mean,
like,
and Greenleaf's just released a video too, didn't they?
like I
Yeah.
can listen to that dude do vocals live all day.
Dude, yeah, he has.
I was actually that's another one of those like local artists that I could say this year I was just like
we talked me
fucking killing it.
Me
like,
and Michael
dude, for
talked
sure.
a bit. You know what I'm
Greenleaf's
saying?
just
I've
been
actually
on it.
sent Jen has like actual footage of our conversation online where we're sending each other videos just doing gutturals back and forth.
No.
And it is ridiculous.
Yeah.
He is the
Yeah.
loudest human being I have ever heard in my
Yeah, the
life.
first time I saw Greenleafs play, I was like, fuck. I literally stopped what I was doing and just stood there and watched the set. I was like,
my point is, he sounds like a demon. He looks like a G.I. Joe, and he's like 4 years old.
Yeah.
Not really
He was in the
4.
military, right?
Yeah, he's still in the military. I'm pretty sure.
He needs to be, if not.
If he's
Like,
not,
we need motherfuckers like that fighting for us.
I don't know, man. I just know that he is like way younger than me,
Yeah,
and
he
looks
is.
like he could eat my face off.
Oh,
yeah.
dude, yeah.
Oh, he could palm
Easily.
your head and just snap your
Yes, I would try my hardest to not die. That's what that would be like.
well, then there's something I can say I'm looking forward to. In
That's-
January, we've
See,
got
that's what I was
Greenleafs,
kinda- see
Controvert,
what? He gets it.
us, and
Is that what they
Gambit
call a segue?
are all playing
Yeah,
together.
That's exactly what that is. Yeah.
Where?
exactly, definitely.
Like
In
that.
in Lafayette?
Yeah, we're
we
playing
play,
here.
We play here in Lafayette at the Spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
January
Yeah.
7th.
It'll be
January
7th.
7th,
It's
and
a Tuesday, which I know is kind of weird, but I don't give a fuck.
Hey.
Everybody needs to be out there because
I
it's
have
going to be.
Tuesdays
Well,
off.
it's only 4
Hey,
bands. Each
you
band
can ride
has
with me
about
if you want.
25 minutes, so it's only going to be like just over an hour, anyways. Like,
Oh, it'll be.
well, 2
it'll
hours.
be. Yeah, it'll
Not 2
probably
hours.
be 2 or 3.
And I'm not.
Having played shows at the Spot, it's probably going to be more like 3 or 4. So,
Yeah. This will be probably the last Controvert set that doesn't have a new song in it.
Yeah.
nice.
January
Well,
7th.
no.
It'll be after February. Because I don't think we'll have anything new by February. The 15th.
Sure.
Well, I mean, we might, but I don't. Let's not. We can keep that on the low if we do.
We'll leave it up to Benjamin.
I was going to say,
on
we
that.
got to. Yeah, I was like, because we keep teasing stuff with you guys, but it's like we don't know what to say and what not to say just yet. Because, with some of what we've been involved with you guys on, and.
Well,
like,
I mean, it's just one of those things. Like it could be talked about a little bit now because basically, Controvert it all started with me and Chris, but that's not the point.
Alpha and Omega.
It's just I don't know. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna have a chance to be back on here before things are even talked about anyway. So
Yeah.
I mean,
It's definitely my highlight of this whole entire year has been that band.
Oh,
in
yeah,
all
for
reality.
sure.
So can I say one of the things that we've kind of been helping out with that's going to happen after
yeah,
the first
I
of the year
feel
with you
like-
guys?
Yeah, and then we should close.
Yeah.
because we haven't been talking about it because we didn't want to like spoil anything. But now that this is our Christmas New Year's episode, it's kind of a thing going into that. Like we've actually been involved in recording your guys' EP that's going to be coming out after the first of the year.
Yes.
So which is primarily going to be the older material that you guys have been working on for the last
Year.
year.
Yeah.
But like, I can say that it has been a blast. It has been fun. Like,
Oh, yeah. I definitely do things a lot different than you.
oh yeah, but it's nice. Like, I like. We're doing this as kind of a long process, but we're doing it because we want it to be exactly right.
Yes.
Like, so it's like we've been holding on to like what we say, because I know Tyler and I have both been kind of like, well, but there's, oh wait, I probably shouldn't talk about that right now. Like,
Yeah. I can mechanically tell you. I can tell you about the mechanics. Some of the mechanics that we did working with you guys was probably the most organic I've ever been on a record, and like close to live sound.
well, that's what we wanted. Like,
know,
you and I talked
like-
about that early on, and even Benny and I had talked about that, where it was like you wanted to have as much of the live feel of the band as possible.
Oh yeah.
Like, and in fact, originally we toyed around with the idea of just doing a full live set and just doing it that way.
Yeah.
And
Okay, the one I'll leave it with this. I'll leave it with one cool clue about that album that's about to be released that we did with you guys. I absolutely sat down on the ground with a guitar, and I used things like drum snares that weren't on drums, and putting snare drums that were activated on the snares, you know what I'm saying, on chairs that were mic'd to get more buzz and noise. I'm not even the guitarist in the band, and I personally had a hand in a lot of the sounds that happen with that. So when you hear that,
there's a lot
shit,
of really cool experimental stuff that got kind of thrown. Like, of course, for somebody like me who's been a part of the production process, like, I know where to find it. Like, I know where it is.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how many people are able to find it organically.
Oh yeah.
And pick it out. Like, but it's gonna be fucking pretty awesome.
The last thing I want to say though is I want to give a special shout out to like Black Patch. Huge help with how big we made it this year. If it weren't for her and taking pictures of us, no one would know who the fuck.
Oh,
we are.
you guys have like some of the best like social media presence. Like,
Yes.
like it's been great and it's been fun to watch.
If it weren't for her, my band wouldn't be. shit.
Dude, why else do you think? And we're talking about the same person who has also been a part of our stuff as well.
And it's funny because a
And-
lot of the people we've talked about, she's actually been a part of a
Yeah,
lot of their
and
shit, too.
this is why every fucking time, and nobody can see her because she's not on camera, but she is in the room, and we're gonna just embarrass the fuck out of her right now.
over there.
But
in the corner.
Why we keep looking over there?
She's right fucking there.
yeah, she's over there. But like, that's why every time that we do Warmonger, if she's going to be there, I force her ass to be up there, because to me, I don't like playing the song without her.
And it's not
Like, but like, it's like, because and we've done it obviously without having her there when we've had to, but I prefer not, if at all possible. And that whole story of how that happened and everything, like, endlessly appreciative of what she did, because that was what first set us apart. Like, that was the first single we dropped when we first started being a band, and like, her vocal work on that was just leaps and bounds beyond what I originally wanted.
If it weren't for her and him, I would have nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, I said this to this man the other time when he was on here with the Red Tail episode, that it's like,
Bennett has been the sole
he has
purpose why
been
music
the
is
guy,
in our local area. Period.
like,
Oh, for
he's
sure.
the guy that honestly
For sure.
made us become a legit band to go out and start playing more than just one show. Because when we started to play as a live band, we were only going to do it as a one-off. That was it.
Do you remember?
And like, because of like what you've set up and that family you've created has been so accepting to us, and like so many other people. That's why it's like, it's awesome to have you now. That's why we've been wanting to have you be a part of this, because it's
I wanna
like,
be a
you
part of
helped
this all the
us.
time.
We want to like reach out and do the same with you and get you involved in what's here too, because it's like, I feel like you could help our community as well.
I've been
Like,
saying
I'm
that for
always
like
down.
over
I
a
want to put
year.
as many people together as I can.
Look at the shit that you've done, though. Some of the small shit that you've done. Remember Philip?
So
You remember Philip?
you have to remind me.
He's 12-year-old.
Oh shit!
Philip.
Oh yeah, Philip.
First
His
show
first show was at
ever.
my house.
Moshed his ass off.
Warmed my heart. to see
His
that.
first show
awesome.
was at your house, dude. He's never gonna fucking forget that.
Oh, no.
Ever.
Well, and you also
No.
got to thank Roland, my son.
Yeah.
His first show was
Yeah,
at your
even
house.
better. That's Ben's son.
Yep.
There's gotta be a new generation somewhere.
Right. I mean, you literally have. I can say this because I know that you have literally helped human beings find where they need to be in life.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Don't ever
Like-
lose that about yourself, because I wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for you. Let's
Yeah.
get a little deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
But it definitely gives everybody at home for sure.
Oh, that's without question.
Back
Without question.
Back in the Hypewriter days, dude. Oh my god, like seriously.
Oh.
That was before, you know, the Fried Fest and everything. I mean, Fried Fest, even the first year was huge, but like, just in the beginning of Hypewriter, Bennett was like, I mean, that's where we practiced. That's where we like came up with ideas. Was when we were all sitting in his fucking garage. I mean, just creatively, you're like, you've been there for
When I gave up my house,
a lot.
when I gave up my house in my divorce, I thought it was going to be really difficult for me to find a place to put all my stuff or jam or anything like that. I thought it was going to be incredibly difficult, but because of Bennett, nothing has stopped.
Right.
It's almost like he was like, yeah, fuck that, dude. Just come to my house and jam.
Oh,
You know,
dude.
that's
Well,
what
like
he's-
I've said, with us, we have had the best reception to us has been from that community that you created. Like, everybody out there accepted us in way more so than our local people here ever did. And like, that's what inspired us to keep going and eventually make more of it, and eventually led to us making our full-length album and playing more shows and doing all these things. And it did come around from you, like what that you reignited that passion in some of us that had kind of given up hope.
For
You got
sure.
tired of everybody listening to only. You got tired of listening to everybody only talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And
Or
then we did
everybody
it.
like myself, and I was guilty of it, of being like, man, there used to be a time when it was kick-ass. It just sucks
Our-
because everything's dead now. Like, you know.
I still take idealistically about 50% of the idea of Pride Fest. But as far as once we got that PA, I started playing in fucking bands, and I wasn't even there to help you, and it got better.
I can run sound now and shit.
No, dude, I'm saying though, you deserve all the credit when it comes to that.
No, my biggest thing that I've done is literally just knowing that people have come together and had found a place that they wanted to be.
When you created such a warm and welcoming environment where everybody felt comfortable
Yeah,
to
don't
be
be
able
a
to
dick.
do that. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the
And let's-
greatest rules of all time, invented by Bennett. Dude,
Also, I
don't
have
be a dick.
Hold on. I have a gripe actually with that. Be here now. I see you putting that shit on your fucking flyers.
That's not
Stop
your
it.
rule.
Stop it. That is mine.
Yeah, be here now, be
You
stealing
can say,
it. Also,
don't be an asshole.
Anything
That's
else?
fine.
I just want to say also, be here now totally stole our phrase trash boys. But like me, Coty, and Pagan, and Tommy, like the trash boys, literally they had trash boy style on their fucking, ooh, what are they doing? Who's there? Who's there that's stealing the shit?
I don't know, but I don't like it.
Next
And
thing you know,
whoever is covertly speeding them this shit needs to stop.
Yeah, and they don't even book bands from our area that much. We Love You maybe played there like 2 or 3 times. Both times I've played there with both of my bands, I got banned. Somebody there
I
is
heard
a
about
pussy. Who, you, Ben?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, that's not a story for this episode.
Real MVP.
For sure.
No, yeah, and that we can use this as a way to kind of close out the episode. Is that my vote for the MVP of this year has definitely been Bennett.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes, absolutely.
locally, without a doubt, like has been like single-handedly like resurrecting bands. I mean, like getting people to talk to each other who haven't talked to each other in years.
Dude, you got
Like-
Tim Neff to come to your fucking show.
I did
so
get
many
Tim Neff
relevant
to do one.
milestones that happened to Bennett. I know I'm not on camera, which is fine. I just want to add, like, played their EP release at Bennett's house, like on that ground. And Barricade's final show was at Bennett's house. And so I just want to say, you shouted out Black Patch. Black Patch would be nothing if it wasn't for people like Bennett and like Controvert, who gave me a platform to literally flash in their fucking faces before I learned what an external flash was.
Yeah.
And to fucking do that. Bennett always says, he was letting me shoot there when I was still on my phone shooting. And then Controvert is my baby in their own way, because they're my first band that was like, yo, you can dress us and shoot us and do whatever the fuck you want. And so, yeah, Bennett for sure the MVP, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hardest working band this year definitely goes to Triple L.
Oh, fuck
yeah.
yes.
Definitely
I
goes.
mean,
Well,
And
and
Guerrilla
Greenleaf's.
Warfare.
And
Guerrilla Warfare for
Greenleaf's.
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
We're talking about
And-
local.
We're talking
Greenleaf's.
about local wise here.
And
The hardest
Greenleaf's.
working band.
I have to, and Greenleaf's.
Greenleaf's
Yeah.
beats
Like-
the fucking road.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
does
Greenleaf-
Lenore Cult, though.
Oh,
Oh yeah, okay. Real quick,
Fuck.
Lenore Cult has probably one of the. I don't care what anybody says. There's a lot of people that want to talk shit about the Cult.
yeah, fuck them.
One of the best goddamn live shows, especially now. Fucking flawless.
Oh yeah,
The
dude.
from the first note to the last note,
Amazing.
amazing.
They're underrated as
Everything
fuck.
into everything.
Their vocalist is one of the greatest frontmen I have ever seen in my
Oh, and
life.
he's such a kind soul too.
He looks so pissed on stage. But talking to him, I feel like I'm being annoying, but he's just soft and quiet. He really is.
Cole's
like-
great.
Yeah,
I
and
love
like,
Lenore.
Great, yeah.
yeah, and David.
Oh, dude, David's.
Let's not
a
even
fucking
go there, bro.
angel.
That dude is MVP within himself in his area. He is literally Bennett in his area.
He literally, yeah.
Those
he
two
is.
dudes, Bennett and David, are flooding the Indiana scene right now with bands. And if it weren't for them, all we would have is shit like the Citadel
Well,
and the Hoosier Dome.
Yeah, but then you also have Adam too, though.
Adam Loki and Indy,
Yeah,
he's doing work
because
too.
he's doing.
Yeah, well, are you talking about dude from Pickwick?
yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
Pickwick in
Douglas-
general.
I'm said
fucking-
that's why I said besides the Hoosier Dome.
Oh yeah, I didn't hear.
Because
you.
we were, if no one throws local shows, you got to think you're stuck with Citadel, Hoosier Dome, and every now and then when Fort Wayne decides to be able to keep a venue open for longer than a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Unfortunately.
and here we're now starting to get it with like the Spot.
Well,
And-
we
They're
can
never
and
going to let us
even-
play Bobby T's again, I can tell
we
you
can
that.
do Cardigan
We don't
Hall
wanna
too.
pivot.
And also there's what Nick has done too with Maxon here. With,
Nick Maxon?
yeah,
Oh,
with,
yeah.
with
That's
Doom
the-
Room
Yeah,
stuff.
speaking of that,
Doom
that-
Room
Shout
is
out
one
Doom
of the,
Room.
yeah, shout out Doom Room.
Well, yeah, we'll shout out because I already said something about Controvert playing February 15th. That's actually a Doom Room show.
yeah, we
so-
play at the
And,
Doom
well,
Room.
and
There's
Nick,
a lot, actually.
Nick and the boys in Weed B are going to be on here. Real
I want to
soon,
say
so-
though, the coolest thing about that venue is that they offer a pro mic'd, pro cam option that you get when you play. You know, especially if they like your band. You know
Oh,
what I
yeah.
mean? You get for free basically an edited video of your whole entire set, maybe for free a couple songs. If you pay them, I'm pretty sure you get the whole package. You know, and they record it right there. It's your live sound. Nobody does that
Not
anymore.
around here.
Not around here. They stopped doing shit.
We do.
Well-
live, but we do it in a studio. But
Yeah, I'm just saying though, how dope is that? And they make a flag every year
End of the year, their favorite.
at the end of the year. All their favorite
And they
bands
do
that
awards
play.
and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
I just
I
saw
remember
something about
standing
that.
there with you at that venue, and you're like, "I want to make it on the flag." I was like, "Controvert will be on that flag," and then
And we
This
made
year.
it on the
Yeah, this
fucking
year.
flag
And it was
this
in one
year.
of the bigger print. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we were one of the bigger printed bands that was on that. It made me feel good.
Yeah, I
always think-
realized when I was looking at the flag, I was like, oh shit, we didn't even do a Doom Room show this year.
Nope.
Like, because I was
Yeah.
like, we were on last year's,
You missed out.
but I was
Yeah.
like, oh fuck, we didn't do a Doom Room show this year, did
Bro,
we?
it didn't matter how many people weren't there for that show. The sound, perfect.
It wasn't even. There was
lighting,
actually quite a few people
perfect.
there though. Like,
Also, dude, very important. Shout out to the boys in False Accusations. They just played their last show. They're the
Oh.
homies.
Rest in peace.
Rest
False
in peace, False
And also,
Accusations.
dude, rest in
Do that,
peace.
do
I
that,
believe
do
his
that.
I believe his name was Nicholas, the vocalist from Fever War. He
Oh,
personally
yeah.
had told Ben at the Dome show how much he loved Controvert, and he recently passed away
It was really rough for the hardcore scene
and I
everywhere.
didn't know him, and I wasn't a huge Fever War fan. I'd only seen them once, but it was really cool to see our scene pull in with the Cincinnati scene and really just kind of offer support.
Absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, that's still, somebody that passed away way too soon.
Shouts out and prayers to Q, somebody
Oh, yeah.
else that's also
That's-
the most valuable player every single fucking year that he is alive and
Yeah.
been throwing shows.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
No one gives that fucking dude love. Now, it pisses me off, dude. That
Dude,
guy is literally
I'm-
the most amazing individual
I'm
I've
in
ever
the
met in my life.
process of working to get his ass here, not just to be on here, but to get some shows in the area.
I know I've never said this
And-
shit to his face, but literally, Q, I hope I last that long
Right?
He's
doing shows.
Yeah.
I hope to God
Oh, dude,
people
yeah.
come and see me that long.
Well, that's the thing with Q is it's like there's the part of me that's bummed that he's retiring the dungeon, and
Me too.
then, but the other side of it is like I get it. And,
It's time for somebody else to take over.
and he has been working tirelessly for years to keep things going
Yeah.
when nobody else was
Yacht Club
giving a
barely
shit.
throws fucking shows.
Like
Yacht Club
Nah.
barely throws shows without Q.
that dude when if you sit and talk to him and you start listening to like how far back he goes and some of the bands he's been involved in from the ground up, you start going, holy shit.
He is the only person
Like-
I have ever met that knew who Spaz was, or like, that's like what we play, what Controvert plays from like '91.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, one of his first shows that he did was Fall Out Boy when they had a $100 guarantee.
Yes,
Yeah.
Like,
that man is a piece of history.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah.
That man, Q is a piece of history.
And I think that I think that it's one of those things where he knows he is ready to pass the torch on, and not necessarily to another person, but the scene in general, I feel like, has evolved so much with his help and with his impact, much like Bennett and other people, to where now he feels at peace being able to retire the dungeon.
Yes, and
You know,
like,
because other people are.
Well, and the
kind of
cool
like,
thing,
"Oh,
too,
Well, yeah,
is-
I mean, you have the yacht club now too, and like.
Well,
Well, and the
that's
cool
really
thing
pushing
too is that
shit.
he's taking this time too to also focus more on his own stuff, which is part
Boot,
of
Boot
like
needs a band though.
oh definitely.
He does need a band.
He
Boot.
plays with Pickwick, and him and Adam do that song, and he has that full band.
Oh,
behind
dude,
him.
it's
I don't know if y'all
epic.
heard them do
I
that.
have heard them do that. It's wild. It's
I don't think
fucking
I've seen
sick.
it.
Yeah,
Literally, his
that Warped
vocals
Tour.
are
Oh, yeah,
awesome.
he did do it at
Yeah,
Warped Tour.
that's right,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you played the Warped Tour set with him. Fuck yes.
But yeah,
Yeah.
love
I wasn't
you.
there for that.
You're a fucking legend.
Yeah.
For sure.
Cubert, old
Or
Cubert.
Cedar.
He's gonna fucking kill you.
Why?
Hey,
Cubert.
just don't call him Quentin, and you're good.
Oh, fuck.
No, I would never call him by his full name, even though you just did.
What?
I love you
Stop
though.
talking to me about it.
He loves you. Q is definitely legendary though.
Yes.
He's
He
a
is.
piece of hardcore history.
And yet again, just kind of like we were talking about with Bennett, another person who just like accepted all of us in like
Oh, yeah.
without question, was just
Yeah.
like,
Q.
come in, do it. Like I got a place for you.
That man has literally
Like-
let us sleep in his own bed. So many times he's been like, "Oh, you can just have
Yeah.
my whole room, have my whole house." Like,
And Lafayette scene and then Northern Indiana scene from David, you know what I'm saying? Like, and what we tried to start here with the help of Bennett, you know, and help of Q. You
Yeah.
know, everybody kind of came together on what we were doing here, there for a minute, Controvert this year.
Yeah.
Even
Iowa
though,
and Indiana got like the scenes got real close together this
Yeah.
year.
No, I know that.
I'm saying
And
there
it-
was like a merge.
yeah, and that needs to continue, or else it's no one's gonna be able to keep it alive. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, Q may be not doing shows, but who's to say somebody else doesn't start throwing shows?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we always got Hank's Pub. We haven't even played there yet. We haven't even played the Oregon District. And that's in Ohio.
Yeah, you know, I think the only thing we're missing right now in the Indiana scene is somewhere down south. Like, not further than Indy. Because, like, we have Fort Wayne, we have, like, the Elkhart, South Bend, like, which is, you know, more on
You
the
want to go
western.
more like
Northern Indiana
Northwest.
is literally one of the best scenes.
Oh, no, I don't disagree,
in
but, like,
existence.
the furthest...
farther north you go, the better shows get.
And crazier.
Oh,
Crazy.
dude, yeah. Well,
Fort Wayne shows are some of the best times.
Oh, Fort
the
Wayne
best
shows are
time.
Oh, and
sick.
also before
You're not convinced me that's not in the 765. Get out of here.
I haven't forgotten this, but before this shit is done, shout out fucking Eric Easterday. Boy
Aw,
just got
dude.
verified on Twitter. He's out there working.
Oh,
been touring with Burial.
Baby boy.
Baby boy!
Shout out fucking Easterday.
That
Hypewriter
kid is
did our
amazing.
very first promos in like 2014 with Eric and
He did
Muncie.
Controvert's very first video too. So.
He was also in my very first music video with Describer, acting like he played
Oh, yeah, I
bass.
remember that.
Scribber.
He's just like,
The Scribber.
Yeah, I'm in a music video with Eric. Him not filming the video,
But in the
but in the video.
I do remember
The
that. I
irony.
forgot all
The
about
irony of
Describer.
Mr. Easter Daily.
Remember that show at Matter Park that you guys did?
Matterfest?
Which one? We did 2.
Not first Matterfest, I don't think.
No, the first Matterfest.
Like Archives of the Dreamer
Mhm.
and
That was a show before.
And before Barricades played too. Before they
Inheritors.
Yeah.
yeah.
Also, one of the most underrated hardcore bands that ever exist out of Muncie area.
What?
Can be
Inheritors?
played.
Yes.
You know, still, let's talk about the saddest that I've been this year was the Barricade show.
Oh, dude.
Very
Yeah.
Yeah, I
that
cried.
was-
I
Cried a
cried.
lot.
I cried a lot. The last show Trey played here too.
Oh,
when he played
fuck.
at the skate park.
Yeah.
We went to that together. Sermos played.
Also, before I go, I want to say Mouth for War needs to come back for Friday this summer.
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
Well, first
Please.
off, you go ahead and try to convince Dad to do that. When he told you and the whole entire internet, this is probably the last time we're ever going to come to Indiana because
Yeah, but that just hypes up the comeback even more.
that's
Keep you the comeback.
yeah. But Trey literally hates Indiana
Oh, I know.
so much.
Yeah, but he likes to play shows that are lit.
If he misses me and loves me at all, he'll come back for Fried Fest.
Nothing to
Shut
do with
the
you.
fuck up.
Think he's
Nothing
gonna make
to
it
do
this
with
far
you.
to even hear you say this?
No.
I'm here for Chris Isaacs, just so everybody
Just here
knows.
for Chris Isaac. This goes out to Chris Isaac and his dick.
And Chris Isaac.
And my dick.
But yeah, Fried Fest, where I'll be booking bands starting next month. So
Hit this motherfucker
I
up.
call a spot now.
Yeah.
is that how it goes?
I call a spot
I was
for
gonna say,
both my
I was
bands
gonna,
now.
I was gonna say, yeah.
That's all right. Colt called it like before Fried Fest ended.
If Colt's not on Fried Fest this year, you're stupid. Like,
it'll be 4 years in a row.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can't take Gambit
Yeah.
out of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully we get somebody big.
You need
for
to fucking
year
be on
5.
it.
You need to try to get Guerrilla Warfare to come back.
Dude,
Grey
they,
Haven said they'd do it that one time.
That is
We could
true.
get
Bandcamp.
Grey Haven.
dude, Guerrilla Warfare are the homies, and I'm sure they'll be back.
I hope to God they come back. Because if you don't bring them back, I might get killed by my girlfriend.
We could
She's
just
sick of
like
that
during
band.
my trip during Guerrilla Warfare, and I just remember standing behind going,
we could just try to like
Yeah, they're crazy.
go on tour with them.
Which
Yeah.
I've said since we.
I know, and I
We've never
agreed.
been had tour opportunities.
I mean,
So-
you're the manager, Bennett.
Hey, y'all have to be able to do it. I can talk to whoever.
But you have to
or-
If
ask
y'all
us.
ain't
We have
loading
to-
up in the van at 5 a.m., there ain't nothing we could do.
I'm ready to load up in the van at
But I
5
will say,
a.m.
first Controvert tour, me and Bennett are going to have to use a team effort to keep all of your asses in line. We've kind of packed about
Yeah,
that.
we've already talked about.
He told me there's
said
no way
tactics.
y'all are touring without me and him there.
Who do you think's going to be the worst person on tour?
Absolutely.
You.
You.
Absolutely.
That was like unanimous.
You feel the same?
Is that
Honestly, I've been.
Yeah.
Alec going along with whatever happens and DJ pretending not to want to, but doing
Okay.
I was gonna say
I'll
Chris
take
or
that.
DJ.
DJ will have to like not piss off. Chris, we just have to like keep tabs up.
Chris, you will have to check in with us every night before you go wherever you're going.
We'll have an
Everyone-
itinerary for Chris.
Yep.
Just for you, sir.
What am I, a
Somebody,
4-year-old?
I was gonna say,
Yes.
somebody needs
Sometimes.
to snag his wallet when he's not paying attention.
This
Put one
is
of his little
passport
GPS cards in there.
where you're open.
That's a
And
good
just don't
idea.
Let Ben be influenced by Chris and Ben's good.
Yeah, wait, also, let me just make a phrase right now. DJ makes it worse for me every time. Boy, you ain't no beta. You know you're an alpha. Take that shit. That is the shit this man says in my ear.
I know. He's like, don't be on no bitch shit.
DJ's like, you gonna let him talk to you like
gonna
that?
Absolutely. Bro,
You
I
not
got your
gonna
back.
smoke
Hey,
that?
he will literally say, bro, I got your back. Ain't nobody hitting nobody in this motherfucker. I'll beat everybody's ass in this motherfucker.
And
I'm
he's-
like,
he's
what are
like-
you talking about right now?
He's not even lying either.
And he's not
No, he's
lying at
not.
all.
As long as we were all in the van in the morning, we can deal with that state. Next time we come around, we're on to the next.
Yeah, no, just get
Chalk
me
up
out
the
of...
casualties that
It-
Chris accumulates in the pit.
Yeah, if I hit somebody, it's time to leave.
That's
the rule.
Baskets on deck. Were you physically cost about here's
We're just gonna have like I'm
Here's a
sorry
fruit
cards
basket.
for Chris. Like sorry that he moshed on you.
on the way to the next show. Chris, sign all these cards to hand them out at the next show. And but everybody that has come up with casualties after a Controvert show seems very appreciative in a very odd way. It's a weird flex. When a girl got her nose broken in the pit, she only left to wipe the blood off, and then she ran back in.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, it's a badge of honor. That's how it works.
It's not a badge of honor anymore. It gets old.
Yeah.
I do.
Far too old for all that shit.
I love that shit though. It's just creating experience. Not like I hit them on purpose.
You know, next time that you know that
Next time.
we're playing a set, don't stand next to the side of my stage.
Yeah, I know. I gotta watch my shins.
And now it's
Wu-Tang
gonna
said
be.
protect your neck, protect your shins.
As Chris tells everybody to break their fucking necks at Controversial.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What was the other thing you said?
And
Jack off and
masturbate.
break your fucking neck.
Yeah.
You know, I said jack off and break your fucking neck. That was
Would you use that as a mosh call?
Yeah.
yes.
Where was that at?
That was like,
Lafayette.
That was
Yeah.
that was it.
That was the Bobby T show. Jack off and break your fucking neck.
I must have been too.
Actually,
pissed
no.
off to hear it.
I'm pretty sure that was-
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure that was the North End Pub show that you did that.
What? Jack off and break your fucking neck?
Yeah.
I don't remember Bobby T's.
Because he stood up on a chair.
No, Bobby T's was the show that I yelled at the drunk college kid and forced him to say that Typo Negative was the greatest band on the planet. You remember that?
Lies.
Not even close.
Yeah, not even.
What,
That was
they're
the night
greatest
that
band on the planet. No, it doesn't
Joey
matter what
was
you
just
guys think.
taunting
At the
all of
moment,
them.
I was drinking, and it was a preppy college kid looking at us like we were retards. So I made him say some retarded shit.
Yeah, they didn't want you, Joey. They didn't want you that.
Oh, that was hilarious.
I literally heard him refer to a kid the other night at Chavez as Visor 4 different times within earshot.
Visor.
That kid did suck though.
He did.
For the sole reason that he had his visor on backwards.
Well, that and he just looked like a tool
He
bag,
couldn't catch a
anyways.
break. He no sooner walked in Chavez. Joey's like, "Oh, here's
Visor.
a visor."
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
But me and Joey locked eyes and we had the same thought. It was like, this motherfucker.
And then called his kid a hog.
Yep.
That was the greatest thing ever. And also that Christian calls Hansel him Hansel.
while she
Yeah.
Yeah.
does the deed.
That's
Yeah.
fucking hilarious too.
Joey did change it from hog to crockpot weenie covered in barbecue
Wait a
sauce.
minute. Christian calls Marcus Hansel.
She didn't actually confirm
No,
that.
that was
She
a
actually just-
Joey like
Yeah.
he inferred this.
Me
Yeah.
and Joey were giving her a hard time.
Yeah. It was great.
And then he also told a story about his dad coming while he was
That
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
shit. Woo!
edit that part
I
out.
was sitting here and intruded at the room.
Delete this.
Anyways, on that note, like we have already been doing this for like almost 2 hours, so
Yeah. It's actually.
so
yeah.
we're gonna call this a good one and get moving on with other shit, and hopefully everybody's glad that we at least had something for the holidays.
East Coast hip hop's better than West Coast hip hop.
Oh, shut up.
the South is better than both.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Hashtag Indiana ugly music.
Project Pat is a lord.
But
Project Pat is a lord. Trick Daddy's a lord. You're just gonna fade out while I'm saying this.
Hashtag Avatar is a real anime.
also
Absolutely.
R.I.P. Juice World, R.I.P. Triple X.
R.I.P. Juice WRLD for sure.
R.P.
Sad as fuck, dude.
First off, rest in peace, Pimp C. Rest in peace, DJ Screw.
Okay.
Definitely. Yeah, okay, because you can't top that. You cannot top that.
Yeah, but why are you trying to top me? Like,
No, there's no topping. It's just they're the sprinkles.
my.
They're the sprinkles in the cherry, Damon.
Oh, also R.I.P. Hella Sketchy, and that's what I'll end on for me.
I don't even know who that is,
we're
but
out.
yes.
And
Check out.
Are we okay? On that note, we're done for this.